Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Odyssey Esports Voyager Royale Finals. Tonight we have a best of 5 between Drewbert's Croaksworth Cabal and Pyro's Aggressive Wolves. I'm CEO on the play-by-play, and I have the honor to introduce their return back to the casting booth, Exodus and King. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm really excited to see these games.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I think it's been a culmination of just weeks and weeks of effort by both these teams, and just couldn't be more excited to see what they're going to bring to the table today.
Yep, it is going to be very exciting, and we are just waiting momentarily for the draft to start. Do either of you have any predictions for the games that we're about to see?
Yeah. So I mean, just straight off the bat, when we talk about the regions, obviously each team is bringing a pool of regions to the finals, and they actually overlap quite a bit. I think that they're basically identical with the exception of 2 regions. Just looking at the list now, I think PAW is bringing Piltover and DCC is bringing Targon, so that might come up later on in the games if we do happen to go the distance on the full 5 matches.
Probably gonna see a ASOL carry from the Targon comp.
Yeah, I mean
Hopefully.
it's been wrecking solo queues, so why not wreck our games as well, right?
Yeah. As far as bans though, I think we're gonna see a Shurima ban for sure against Ajuga.
Yeah. I mean, he just plays every top laner in that region, so it's a pretty safe ban to start with. Eventually, they'll probably get the chance to play it, but at least off the bat, it's not a bad idea to throw them off and get them on kind of weak footing.
Right, and like depending on like how they perform obviously in other regions.
Yeah. I mean, taking a look at the rosters from both these teams, it's just star-studded across the board. Um, two notable kind of matchups come up to me. The first is jungle. Obviously, King, you've played against Artemis a lot, and as well as Thrasher. What are your thoughts on kind of this matchup here throughout the series?
I mean, it's gonna be definitely exciting to watch because they're both very capable junglers. Let's see what
Yeah.
kind of mind games they play with each other, how they read each other.
Do you feel like they play similarly, or do they have different, I
Oh,
guess,
they
jungling
have different
mannerisms?
strengths and weaknesses. I think Artemis is a good, really good early game jungler, and I think Thrasher actually thrives in like the mid late game.
Hmm.
So depending on what happens here, I know Artemis likes to push for the objective and kind of wrap things up. Thrasher likes to take things a little slower and methodical.
Yeah, and depending on
So
the game and the region, I think both of those strengths can kind of complement the region strengths, based on the kind of limited champion pools that the teams are dealing with. Obviously,
mhm.
some regions would like to end sooner than others, right?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of comps they pull out because everything's been a little bit like different. It's not very clear cut what people are gonna play when they pick a region.
Yeah. Other notable matchups, Theo, I know you've played a ton with both Ace and Theo coming into this match, and I would list them as two of our kind of premier AD carries in the server and in the tournament as general. What are your thoughts on both of those heavy hitters down the bot lane?
It's going to be very exciting to see that matchup in the bot lane because we know that both Theo and Delta are fantastic at spacing. They're both very strong team fighters. They're both very capable farmers. So I guess it just depends upon some support influence, jungle tracking, and just general ADC stuff. But looks like we are getting into draft, and we have a Thresh first pick for the side of DCC, and I guess a Morgana coming in for the side of PAW.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's really no such thing as a perfect starting pick for any region, but I think Thresh is as close as you can get to not being uncounterable, but just a really strong foundational champion to start with, and Morgana is a great answer on the side of Paw.
Obviously, DCC picked Shadow Isles and Pod picked Demacia.
Yeah.
The bans for the regions were Ionia from the side of Pa and Shurima from DCC, which was the other way around from what I thought.
King,
Yeah,
you
and
play.
coming in. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Seal.
Oh, I was just saying, coming in for the side of DCC, we do have Senna answered by the Vayne, and then Vex coming in as well.
Yeah, not super surprised to see the Senna. Obviously, it just kind of puts a timer on the game that's going to be hard to get around. But if there's an AD carry that can, kind of fill that hyper carry role on the side of Demacia, Vayne's a great answer there as well. Just being able to tango in those team fights and kind of provide some late game insurance.
I'm really liking Paw's comp so far.
Is it the
Very
Galio
safe.
that
It's
kind
the
of turned it for you?
Morgana. It's the Morgana Galio because it allows so much room for the Vayne to play.
Yeah, I mean a black shield on a Vayne that's fed. It's one of the
Oh,
scariest things. Oh, and a Jarvan pick
the
out of the paw.
Jarvan, dude. That's such a good combo with Vayne.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest condemn you could ever ask for.
And has Artemis been playing a lot of Jarvan? Do you know, King? Or
He's always played Jarvan, man.
yeah,
It was like something he loved before, and now that it's really, really strong, it's even better of a pick on him.
another strong ganking jungle out of DCC for Thrasher, looking to match the tempo out of Jarvan. So expecting to see some fireworks out of jungle early on, and a Gwen top.
I would definitely favor the Jarvan over like any early skirmish with Hecarim. Just Jarvan is so fucking sorry for my language. Jarvan is so strong.
Do you feel like it's like a straight up counter to Hecarim, or is
I
it
wouldn't
any?
say it's a straight up counter, but I would say that Jarvan definitely has the edge in the first couple levels.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Poppy, that's such a good comp. That we ran something similar, actually. I think we ran the same comp, maybe.
It's interesting too because I'm pretty sure this matchup, Gwen versus Poppy, was played last week with Ajuka and Killshot, and Killshot actually, made Ajuka struggle on the Gwen with the Poppy. Poppy's such an interesting champion top lane. It's really hard to play around the Q because you have the delayed damage on top of the initial burst. So it's just kind of hard to trade around it, especially with a low range champion like Gwen. So excited to see if Supro can kind of mirror the success that Killshot had last week.
I like it because Poppy can play around her W. If Gwen starts to get a little aggressive, she can just W in space.
Yep.
Also, it gives another really, really easy stun target for Jarvan and Poppy. The Jarvan ulti.
Theo, looking at these two teams, where would you put your marbles if you had to bet on a team going in, regardless of the teams?
Oh, regardless of the teams, let's see. I really like the aggressive nature of DCC on top with like the scaling that they do have with the Senna. And I'm not entirely as familiar with the mid jungle duo of Galio Jarvan, but I do know their mid to late game um, global, what's what I'm looking for, influence is going to be very impactful, especially with the Poppy. I'm excited to see the side lane activity with the Galio. I'm not sure if Vex will have the same kind of side lane impact, but she does have that long range ulti. So it's really hard for me to decide which team has my marbles in the bag,
Paw.
but I think
Paw has
that
my
both
marbles.
Paw has your marbles.
Mhm.
I love seeing Drew on Thresh, so maybe I have a little bit of bias against that.
Yeah.
But I also really, really, really love Delta's Vayne. So I guess you could say I have like maybe a couple marbles on each team for this.
Yeah, I hate to bandwagon on King's answer, but I think Paw just has a lot more tools to work with, and especially on the Vayne with a black shield, it's gonna be really hard for DCC to catch Vayne out of position. It's gonna basically rely on Ace making a mistake in those late game team fights, just because there's so much beef right on the side of Paw with the Galio, Jarvan, and Poppy frontlining, as well as just the Morgana helping to ensure that Vayne has as much resources as she can handle going into those team fights. So I think it'll be hard for the late game team fights. But like you said, there's a lot of early game pressure, a lot of global pressure, and map pressure that the DCC can use to establish leads. And I think if this game ends earlier than expected, DCC might have the advantage there.
Mhm.
Also, I think Paw has a way easier like execution plan.
100%.
I think there's very little actually that DCC can do against a hard engage from that team. I don't know what Senna does unless she has flash. I think Senna's in a hard spot this game.
I think the positive is that I think Gwen is a a great pick out of Ajuka here. It doesn't necessarily help a ton with the Vayne, jumping on the Vayne, but it does provide a lot of anti-tank damage, anti-beef damage, and looking at PAW's team, she's going to be able to shred if she gets ahead. And Vayne isn't going to have an easy time getting on her if she has Shroud up. So I think there are some chances, especially if Ajuka can get established leads.
True. Very true.
Going back to...
I have a hard time, though, giving her a lead.
Yeah.
Because Poppy can easily stop the charge with her W.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, I mean, I think it's just such a weird matchup, and as a top laner, you so rarely play against Poppy. It's really hard to establish kind of memorizing the trading patterns around Poppy. So hopefully Ajuka has taken some of the bruises he took last week against Killshot and kind of taken some lessons there, and maybe he can use some early game jungle pressure to get those leads that his team needs.
Mm-hmm. It'll be definitely interesting to see. I think they are. Yep, they just got into game. We just have a small delay.
Yeah. So while we're, I guess, sitting on this delay, kind of going back, to those matchups, I think one of the most notable matchups here is going to be the support matchup. Obviously, we've got two admins down there in the support role. Drubert, fan favorite of the server, on the Thresh, and then of course Pyro Blitz of Paw Patrol on the Morgana. Seal, you've played a lot with both of those guys, both in the AD carry position and the support position. How do you evaluate both of their strengths in this matchup?
Let me see. Strengths wise, I think honestly, I feel like they're both very evenly matched when it comes to their lane presence, but also their jungle tracking, their macro. I know that Pyro has a very strong voice when it comes to shot calling. I know that he is very adamant about that jungle tracking, and also very good at like matching the aggression. Like when Delta wants to play aggressive, they go. Theo, the same exact thing. He and Drubert have very good synergy in that bot lane. So, I mean, I'm honestly just so excited to see it. And both of these bot lanes are so strong and have such good synergy. So I'm just excited. But I have to go with DCC. No matter what, I'm rooting for my past teammate Theo on the Senna and my boy Drubert on the Thresh. Like I can't. I'll have to
you
go
not
on the opposite side.
How can you not root for the frogs, dude? I mean,
well, I mean, I wasn't biased, but then you guys both went for Paw Patrol, and I mean, Pyro's aggressive wolves. Gosh darn it! So I gotta go. They need someone,
It's Paw Patrol. It's fine.
No. Pyro's aggressive wolves. Pyro's aggressive wolves.
Yeah, no, I mean totally, and I don't underestimate DCC here, especially with the powerhouses they have, just basically in every lane. They've already established that they can beat pretty much every team in this tournament. So rooting against them is not a wise decision, but just in this particular matchup, I do agree that it looks like PAW has a lot more answers late game. So if the game goes long enough, I do worry about their ability to continue to compete.
I think if it goes late game, it's actually DCC favored. They have double scaling.
Even with the Vayne and the...
Yeah.
Okay. Just because of the Senna?
Yeah. Senna outranges really hard. The second Vayne pops up, she's just gonna take a couple autos to the fucking face.
Oh, who, the Vayne?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this is
late
Delta's
game
Vayne.
Right, but late game Senna's auto range is really like it's far. And then Gwen scales really hard too. It'll get to the point where they're gonna have a really hard time killing the Gwen because of the Shroud.
Yeah.
So she'll just eat through the front line.
I like that they both teams have established like a map presence mid laner that has the ability to roam. I think that's gonna be key to kind of setting the tempo early.
Yeah. Also, another point to why DCC's late game is really strong is I think that I think Hecarim's late game is a lot stronger than J4's because Hecarim's the build path is just too strong. I'm assuming he's gonna build a Black Cleaver, which is gonna go really well with whatever else he builds. Honestly,
yeah,
like he could go Mana Moon this game if he wanted to.
Pause synergy though with the Condemn and also the Poppy into the Jarvan wall, I think may come up into
Yeah.
some team fights as well.
Who are they able to lock down with that combination though? If it's the Gwen with
Yeah.
the immune and the Hecarim able to, I think he can go over walls if I.
Yeah, just with the ult or sometimes with the E, depending on where the target is standing in proximity to the wall. But just being able to condemn a Hecarim running at you, or even a Gwen without her shroud, I think will be important, or it has the potential to be important at least. It just gives them more tools, right? But interesting to see both AD carries taking cleanse.
Oh, here we go.
And I do apologize for asking. Is it my Discord resolution that has things very zoomed in a little cut, or
No, it looks like that. We need
Okay.
to.
Yeah, I think the stream has it zoomed in right now.
No, it's the resolution
There
on
we
the
go.
screen.
because I can't
Because
see the
right now the overlay is like crossing over the top of the screen.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he's got it.
Meepy's on it.
Woo, W prod.
Let's go, Meepy. It looks like they were stacking the bush just in case there was an invade, playing it very safe.
A perfection.
Nice.
I can see Pyro's already in the bottom bush. He's trying to get a cheesy snare.
One of the shoutouts I wanted to give before the fireworks get started here is, Revenger isn't typically thought of as kind of a premier mid laner, but he's been able to kind of tango with everybody in this tournament, obviously making it to the finals, and he's been thought of more as a support. So I guess what do you guys take? Oh, and just a little bit of trading there in the bot lane. But what do you guys think of Revenger's move to mid lane?
I think it's good. I think he's been performing well. Wouldn't say he's underperforming.
I actually thought that he was a mid laner and that support was his secondary for a long time. I thought
Oh, is
he,
that right?
yeah, I thought he had
Pretty
only
sure that's
played
right,
support
yeah.
last tournament because he was drafted for it. I actually thought he was a mid laner.
But he's still a beast in both roles.
And,
Trading in the top lane. Also, something to take note of is that junglers started on opposite sides of the map. So obviously Hecarim is probably going to try to make a play for top or mid, and Jarvan is going to try to make a play for mid or bot.
King, in this matchup, if you're the Jarvan, are you looking for the early 1v1 skirmishes with the Hecarim, or are you basically just focused on getting your lanes ahead?
I mean, obviously Thrasher's walking into Hecarim's jungle right now. Unfearful at all. He just walked right in.
Does he just
Got him.
automatically that fight?
If he finds him, yeah, you'll get good damage on him. Walk away. If he gets caught, he just EQs over a wall. Right now, he's just getting information. He wants to know what Hecarim did.
Artemis looking for gank top, does step over a ward. Supro vigilant as ever. Not gonna fall for that early game gank.
Looks like they're going to be trading scuttles. Their respective scuttles. Artemis is on a ward. Nothing much happening in the first couple minutes. Looks like everyone's taking it pretty slow. Bot lane obviously just wants to scale. I think Ace will take the fight if he can get it though.
Asher is in vision of at mid lane. Revenger taking it easy, not overstepping, knowing Jarvan's nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both teams respecting the hell out of each other so far. Nothing too aggressive out of either side yet.
Both junglers back and got 2 long swords. They know nothing's happening. Might as well spend the gold.
Yeah.
I did notice the difference of like the jungle starting items. The green versus the blue. Is that like Hecarim specific takes blue, J4 specifically takes the green, or are they more flexible? Like what do those mean for like what they're trying to accomplish?
I mean, Hecarim could have taken green this game. It would have been fine just because of like green gives you tenacity, right? And they have a good amount of CC on that team. But Hecarim scales off of movement speed. So like as you see, he has phase rush and That almost hit. He has phase
Mhm.
rush and the blue smite, so that means that whenever he touches a bush, he's gonna get that movement speed and extra stats. So
Oh, he's aiming to be really speedy, and then J4 is
right.
kind of aiming more to go in, get that shield, I believe the green one does, and kind of have more survivability.
Mm.
Okay.
Like I don't think either would have been wrong here for Hecarim, but I think blue definitely scales a lot better with Hecarim.
Just because the conversion of movement speed to attack damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, okay.
Stacks really well with phase rush as well.
Mhm.
And ghost.
Well, it is a very slow early game, but Dragon did spawn in. Any predictions for how either team is going to approach this mutual objective?
I think Thrasher is gonna force it as soon as you can, but then
Yeah,
again, you never know. They're playing very slow right now.
Yeah, there's some temporary prio here on red side, but not sure if bot lane's looking to stay or back for items to match their opponents.
Right now, Hecarim is slowly winning the farm game.
Mm-hmm.
Hecarim's clear is always gonna be like one of the fastest, so it's hard to compete. Jarvan usually wants to get on the map and make things happen by this time in the game, but everyone's playing really safe. It's very hard to do, which is why I think
Mhm.
Thrasher should force the dragon, but his bot lane is backing.
Yeah, lots of respect out of both sides. Almost like they know it's the finals.
Almost. Not exactly though.
Yeah, I love that Galio just takes negative damage from the Vex combo there.
Mm.
Detail. Like you said though, red looking to posture a little bit around the dragon. Maybe Thrasher looking to make a play here.
So I just noticed that Thrasher got 3 long swords, and that makes me like a little confused based on what he's rushing. I don't know if he doesn't care. He'll take the extra long sword and delay
Sometimes
the gore drinker. I'm not
sometimes
sure.
you just want some more AD. You know, you back,
Yeah,
you have some uneven gold, and you're like, I just want more AD. I just want to be more powerful.
yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, just wondering.
Yeah.
I'm a wanderer. I
Yeah, you
think
do.
about things.
You tend to wonder.
I tend to think sometimes.
Eh.
Not always good things.
I think he might be starting the dragon. Yeah, he's just soloing dragon down there
Yeah,
in the pit. There are wards there. I'm not sure if that
I don't
specific
think
ward can see into the pit,
he
but
cares.
yeah, Artemis is nowhere near to contest, so just giving that first dragon over for
I
now,
think
and maybe look
he
for a play Herald.
he may have EQ'd into it as well. Just
No, he
jump.
would have like over the wall. No, he came over the
Oh, you
river.
do go through. Okay. But cross map play out of Artemis, knowing Dragon was taken, looking to take back Herald. In response,
Yeah, it looks like mid. Well,
They
top
have
doesn't seem to have prio, but it looks like Galio is moving over there, trying to make a play.
full vision control bot right
Oh.
now.
Oh,
Dang.
Galio
Here
ulti
we
comes
go.
in, doesn't quite hit a Juka, but Supro is on chase.
Ooh,
They
knocks
did
him
get a
away.
Juka's ulti and his ghost down.
it was a good try out of Paw Patrol, but Gwen able to speedily get away. Throw some needles behind her to stop any pursuit.
Mhm. So I know Theo and Juber have no vision. Let's see what happens here.
Oh,
Just
very well
push it
timed
in
Black
and walk
Shield.
away. Yeah.
That's like the most exciting thing about this matchup. When I played Thresh into like the Sivir or the Morgana, the most exciting part is, can I bait the Black Shield? Can I psych it out? Or are you good enough that you can time it reactively? Oh, but they're both doing really well. That was a very well timed shield.
What is Senna going for? Is that a Divine Sunder or is that an Essence River?
I believe Theo built Essence Reaver on Senna the last game that he played. He
Mhm.
rushed Essence Reaver on her. But I think Divine Sunder might be applicable here as well into the 3 melee tank styles.
I don't know. I'm not a Senna player, so I couldn't tell you what the most optimal build is for Senna in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Farm-
Sedan when you need him, dude?
Farm is relatively even across the map, with the notable exception top lane. Juka getting a small lead there, up almost 30 farm, showing his comfort on the Gwen pick. Obviously, there's a wave crashing system that will come back to Suppy.
Oh, really good taunt. And the J4 ulti landing on Revenger. He's fighting for his life. He will fall at his first blood, going over to Thrasher. Paw Patrol getting first blood of the finals.
Oh my god, it's a lethality Jarvan. He's just gonna one-tap the Senna, dude.
Is that the standard build on Jarvan these days?
It's not the standard build, but I mean it works. Lethality Jarvan is still Jarvan. I think he figured that he needed to do a little bit more damage this game because he has 2 tanks already. Which is not bad. It's just that he's gonna pop, but he's gonna pop too. Like pop them.
Mutually assured popping. You know?
Yeah, they're gonna pop each other. They're gonna paw patrol each other.
Oh no. And I mean, a 1-for-1 for Senna might be worse.
I can't believe he's going lethality Jarvan, dude. That's fun.
The man has no fear.
Hey man, as long as you're having fun. For fun tournament, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the eclipse. This is about to. Oh my god, we're about to see a.
Yeah, first mythic
strong
on
Jarvan.
the map, Eclipse on the lethality Jarvan, seeing if he can use his early lead to secure some more kills.
Oh, nice sidestep from Theo.
Yeah, they're trying to go in, but oh, looks like Artemis and Drew are coming around from River. They know Morgana has no Black Shield and no ulti available, but they do get away.
Oh,
oh, he's going in! Galio ulti is going to come through, will not connect, and Azuka's able to needle away. Ulti misses, but Revenger is there to help, and Azuka's going to pick up that kill onto Thrasher. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the Rift charge does hit the tower, so we're getting some cross-map plays everywhere.
Yeah, just they were a little off-timed there. The Galio ult came in a little just slightly too late, and then the Jarvan ult, and obviously not paired up with that, so Juka able to masterfully get out of that alive and take a kill for his troubles.
So despite the small lead that Jarvan got in the beginning, blue side's got like a 1.5k gold lead.
Oh
my god.
Goodness!
The skin of his teeth, he gets out. Suppy lives to fight another day.
Yo, he was popping every potion he had in his inventory to try to survive that one. If Azuka had his ultimate, dunzo.
Gwen is already strong.
Yep, we were talking about this in the pregame, but obviously if Azuka can get some early gold on him, that's just gonna make the team fighting a lot easier.
Looks like both teams are trying to posture for this dragon. Pyro's aggressive wolves are the ones to start it, but the Crooks with the ball are not going to give it away for free. Drubit's trying to position here. Artemis going in is not able to deal. Drubit does land a hook onto Pyro, but they're unable to connect any kills. He will fall to Delta, who is chasing down Artemis half health. And both teams walking away. Revenger's on the flank side. Might be trying to pick up a kill on Pikachu.
Yeah, so many of these games in these tournaments too are decided by which team can more masterfully handle objective control. And we're seeing Paw Patrol early 2-game dragon.
Oh my god, Sappy.
Sappy looking to hopefully get a kill here on Azuka.
Oh, this is looking a little hairy.
That's a good fight. Fuck Gwen. Yeah.
It looked really good to start, but Artemis open to punish. Suppo being a little overextended. Able to stun him into the wall.
Oh, Revenger lands the ultimate. Suppo tries to flash, but he's not gonna get out. Ignite will
Leave him
get
alone.
the kill.
I was rooting for you, man. That was well played. That was well played. Not the subster.
Hey, it took 3. I mean, it took all 3 of them to get in there.
may mean that they're able to take back the tower mid lane in response to cross map plays, central.
That was a pretty good ult by Revenger. I don't think Gwen ult is the easiest thing to land. It moves pretty slow.
Oh, does it?
In my opinion, it moves pretty slow comparative to like other
Maybe.
skill shots.
You're also an old man, so.
Dude, it's a long range skill shot. It's not like instant like a fucking Senna R.
Yeah, true,
Or,
true.
or
I just
instant
maybe
after a delay.
it's like ADC perspective. When it's flying at me, I am such panic knowing I'm going to die. It just looks really quick. Oh, really good engage onto Theo. The ultimate, he flashes out to negate the damage coming in from the Galio ulti, but Pikachu is in there. They are just full on diving. Oh no. Yeah, he was tanking.
That's not
Pyro
bad.
did use his on or stopwatch there.
He'll take that every day, 2 for 1, giving the kill over to the Thresh.
Yeah. And the wave crash.
Yep. But yeah, that lethality Jarvan did a lot of damage.
It's gonna get worse. It only gets worse. It doesn't. There's never a point when you're squishy where it's just like, yeah, I'll be able to survive. Better build that GA, dude. You're gonna need it.
Do you think he'll build it? Like, at what point in the build for lethality would J4 get GA? Like,
Oh no,
item,
I was talking about
item?
Senna. Poor
Oh,
Senna.
Senna.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Poor Senna. He's gonna need that eventually.
Now, it looks like we have mythics across the board outside of Pyro and Artemis. Yeah, I think. Oh well, and of course Senna's substitution mythic item, but. And then Hecarim went Black Cleaver first, so I guess everyone outside of Pyro does have a mythic of some sort. Completed
See?
item.
What
Is
did I say?
Is that typical for Hecarim to rush the cleaver?
Right now, yeah. That's pretty normal. I think the build went away from a Hydra Rush. I'm not sure though, because I stopped playing Hecarim.
Wait, is Galio still going tank with Roa? That would still be like, is it like a hybrid style, or is he going just full AP?
He's probably just gonna go AP. Yeah.
Okay, because I know Roa still gives health, doesn't it? Like 300
Yeah.
HP or something? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to be like a hybrid-y style. 600 HP now? Holy cow.
That's why the Catharines are 1v9ing my solo queue games.
I'm curious to see what Artemis builds as a mythic here. Like he could go the Duskblade route, or I think he's gonna go Jackshaw.
I would go Jackshaw this game, given how squishy the rest of their team is, minus the Thresh.
Oh my gosh.
Poppy's very good.
Ajuka's out of mana, missing some.
Oh, really
there.
good hook coming out from Drupert. Onto Pyro, he will fall to Artemis. The Threshold does come out trying to peel. Thrasher will ult too. Artemis is really low. Drupert is also very low. Both of them are going to fall. Really good ulti by Pikachu coming in from the mid lane.
Dude, but Drubert killed everybody! His hook was so good that everybody died.
That's why they call him the God Hand, honestly.
Honestly, bro. He just reached down from the heavens.
Although I do think in the end it's probably more worth for PAW. Great Jarvan able to lock them in while the Galio ult came in out, and then Vayne able to clean up everybody remaining on the side of DCC. And a Dragon for their troubles now on Soul Point. PAW establishing really, really good objective control here in this game 1 of the finals.
100%.
Holy cow, that was the third dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm paying attention. I'm definitely watching, but I glance up and kind of soak in everything visually, and I realize they're already on Soul Point, and it's still not even 20 minutes in yet.
Ideally, this is what should happen in any solo queue game, or like where comps are this way. You have like a better comp for late game versus a comp that wants the early skirmish and will most likely win. So forcing an objective is actually in their favor. Despite the gold lead is over to DCC. The CS lead. Dude, I'm forgetting that nobody can hear me Patel, and I'm like talking to him, just responding to him.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
okay, it's okay. Better than just ignoring him like we do, you know?
I can't ignore him, dude. He's got this sultry voice. I wish you guys could hear it.
Yo, shout out to Mango in the chat. Unfortunately, our boy could not make it onto the casting booth with us tonight because of a power outage, but glad to see you in chat. Hope you're doing well. He got Nocturne ultied, says V Patel. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Thrasher's gonna try to make a play up here on Ajuka. Okay, never mind, never mind. I mean, the mutual objective that's up is Baron. Any thoughts about how each team will have to approach this mutual objective? Because it feels like it could be detrimental for either team despite the Dragon Staff.
I think if you're a PAW, you don't really want to fight over the Baron if you can help it. You're really hoping to get the soul since you're so close already. I think if you're DCC, you may want to start at least talking about how you might trade objectives once soul is up. But we've got some time before then. Right now, I think both teams are concerned about not getting picked because one pick can obviousObviously turn this game on its head if the team is able to secure a Baron alongside it.
100%. I agree with that.
It does look like DCC is posturing more towards the side of Baron. Maybe they're going to try to get some top lane pressure out as Artemis will go in. Sepro knocking him against the wall, trying to get out, but
yeah,
will throw a hook and get him with the flay. Yeah! Yo, he is out here. But unfortunately, it looks like Pyro and Ace are able to get some pressure in that mid lane. I'm not sure what the tower HP is, but I know that Vayne with 2 items is going to do a ton of damage. So yeah, that tower will fall, but they won't get out unpunished. Revenger is there. It's a 3v1 onto Delta. Black Shield will not save him there. Oh, the Q comes through! Good job from Pyro, able to get the little pop onto Theo.
I was gonna say, if you're DCC, this is what you want. You want bot lane to overextend, so you're able to now secure the Baron. At least a lot easier, hoping that Jarvan doesn't come in with a last second steal. But this is great news for DCC on the objective side.
What do the smites look like right now? Is there like a smite advantage at all?
No, both.
No smite on the Artemis, so they're actually going to back out. Unfortunate that was.
Oh, I didn't even see Artemis in that smite.
That was almost as close to free as you could have had, but obviously not having the smite messes up their tempo going into the soul point.
Can you show the drag timer? Is it?
Oh, top left
Oh,
corner.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I see that now.
Taking the dragon timers on the top left, it's got a little.
I know. I'm used to it being right above the map. Okay, I'm not. I'm new here.
You're new here?
No, you're not new here. You're seasoned and returning.
No, I'm new to the Me Patel stream, dude. He's got things differently.
Most people describe you as washed up, not new, but
you washed up. Rude.
Well, speaking of washed up, both teams taking a little swim here in the river. Looking like they're going to try to set up. This will be Pyro's Aggressive Wolves' Soul, and DCC are trying to contest it thoroughly. Oh, Thrasher is going to go in onto Drubert. Pikachu Tiger following in with the taunt. Thresh ulti comes out. Pyro's very low. Senna ulti will connect and he will fall. Thrasher able to get onto the back line and get Pyro in return. Juka he's snipping, he's snapping. It is very hard to keep contained here. Oh, Galio ulti coming through for the shield. That is a 4 for 2 onto the side of Pyro's Aggressive Wolves.
And more importantly, the soul point. But honestly,
and the soul point.
A little surprising. They burned a lot of resources on getting Drubert out early. But obviously, the early tempo, the ability to have gotten the dragon earlier, and just some really good teamfight positioning means that they're now in a commanding lead in this game.
The sec. Oh, this is Hextech Soul?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay. Ooh, okay, well they got Soul on the side of PAW, so that is very impactful, exactly what that team was aiming to achieve. They do have, I mean, honestly, there's still not much of a gold lead coming in.
I was just about to say that it's not very often that you see a game so close with a 4-0 dragon disparity. Gold practically identical, kills one off, but that Soul is going to do a lot of heavy lifting on the side of PAW.
I don't know if you guys were paying attention to this, but who was getting plates? This whole
Getting
game?
plates?
Yeah. Meepy, can you press X for us?
Does it have like a plate counter?
No, it's just those gold differences. So big gold differences on the top lane, Juka, and then down in the bot lane a little bit more on the side of on Ace.
So it looks like
It's
a
gonna be
Juka.
mostly of kills, but it looks like a Juka got the
He's got
plates top
plates.
lane. Yep.
Oh, Ajuka's always getting plates. That is one thing that I think out of every top lane that I've watched, I think Killshot was the only top laner that I could note that was even in farm and didn't have his tower destroyed super early. And like by no fault of Supper whatsoever, it's just this is the Ajuka that I'm so used to seeing. Like the huge CS lead, huge pressure in the top lane. His tower is always standing, and he'll be at like the tier 2 tower, just wailing on it.
I
Like,
mean,
no
let's
fear
be
whatsoever.
honest though. Like top lane was, Artemis's cesspool this game. So
Yeah, I
for
mean,
Hey,
we did see some rotations from mid and from jungle up to take care of Sepro, and obviously DCC paid by losing both their mid towers for it. Really good on PAW for taking advantage of the cross map plays, but to your point, I think Ajuka is really comfortable on this Gwen, and he's been able to secure some early game farm advantages and plates, which obviously help for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, just have to give the man his credit.
I mean, I wasn't
Always
saying
up
he's bad.
farm,
I was
always
just
up
saying
plate.
that Supro can't farm if he's dead.
Well, then he better get good and not be dead.
He can't help it. He tried. He tried to run. We all saw it. He's running for his life.
His poor little life. Oh yeah, and there is a little slight visual hiccup after a pause in game due to the spectator delay, but we are past that, and glancing across the board, we do have a Zanya's completed for Pikachu Tiger. Still no defensive items for the Senna, trying to survive this J4. Those aren't called tabbies anymore. What are those called? Steel plate?
Plated plays.
They're called tabbies.
That's what they used to be called, I thought. So
That's what they're called. They're tabbies. Don't worry.
Yeah, tabbies. Yeah, but do have the defensive boots. Hopefully we do see that GA. That would be interesting because then Theo is able to play up a little bit more aggressively. He doesn't have to have too much fear of the J4 just annihilating him. And the time that GA will buy and help his team rotate back around or just finish off a fight, he can rejoin.
Yeah, King, I wanted to draw your attention to the mythic out of Hecarim here. The Radiant, not the Jack.
Oh.
What? What?
I feel like it's a little weaker now because of the Radiant cooldown changes, but and the nerfs obviously they gave to it, but it's still not a bad item. I feel like Jack Show's a little better for this game. Fights are longer.
Oh, okay, Sepro opting to TP, or is that Galio? Galio opted to TP in. Wow, they are just running them down. Thrasher is on Theo, he's alone. The Lantern does come through to try to space, but the binding is going to land. Thrasher is just on Theo. Drubert also going to fall. Artemis onto the backline trying to help out. Avenger flashing over the wall, misses his ultimate onto Pyro. And Delta is just free hitting. He's just doing the Vayne things that we all knew was going to happen in this late game. The Vayne kiting, the perfect use of ulti, and they're going to convert it into Baron.
They're gonna try for the Baron, even though Artemis is up. He is.
Oh, is he gonna? Is it the meme steal, dude? Oh, I thought he was gonna do it while he's flying.
Smite! Smite! Oh my gosh, neither
my hair. He missed it.
Pyroblitz securing that Baron for his team, despite the
Look
last
at
second
me.
heroics on the part of Artemis.
I am
Oh,
the
but
jungler
replay.
now. 24, 36,
36.
36.
No!
Unfortunate.
So close.
That's okay though. That was still very well played. Very good use of the Hextech Gate to get behind the pit and use the Blast Cone to get over, knowing he can't go just forward against the Morgana Vayne. That was so good. It's 36 HP.
Could somebody explain to me no mythic on Senna? I'm not flaming it. Before anybody says that I am, I'm just confused. Okay, thank you, Mipatel. If you guys could all hear that, that'd be great. But I'm not gonna tell you what he said.
We can talk about it here in a moment now that Theo is dead again to the insane Thrasher Pikachu combo.
I'm buying this lethality, Jarvan. I mean, obviously, DCC losing their 80 carry early, both of these fights, the last two we've seen, just because of the sheer overwhelming aggressive pressure of the Thrasher on the lethality Jarvan. It's working.
I told you, man. Better get that GA.
Oh, really good flash coming out from Delta there, and a really good Black Shield. He's free hitting. Two have already fallen. He is getting... Oh, that is so close. The Ignite is ticking. Lifesteal, auto, anything. Okay, no, he's
legal.
fine.
He should have died.
This is fine. This is fine. Oh my
right.
gosh, it's just so. Oh my gosh, it's too much for my heart. Really good reactivity.
This is fine.
Oh. So anyway,
Red
about
buff regen is so dumb.
Thank you.
Yeah, you say that until you have red buff, and then you're like, woo, red buff.
Well,
Everyone's
obviously,
doing
that's
jungler.
Balance.
dumb, though.
Isn't that the point of red buff though? That the regen is supposed to, like, you have the buff, you should be rewarded for having the buff.
Sure. Still think it's dumb.
But anyway, as Mipatel had explained, Senna is able to delay her mythic because she has passive stacks, and then depending upon game state and how many stacks she has, she can determine her mythic based upon that. So, the most known mythic at the moment is Kraken. I don't see why that would be a bad idea here in 3 melee, but with J4 being so squishy, I'm not sure if Kraken will be the mythic we see coming out.
I didn't even know Hurricane was like a core item on Senna, so I'm learning a lot this game.
Yeah.
Hurricane is normally good on ADC if there are multiple melee threats, so or like short range threats. So if you see 3 melee that are going to be running at you, AD carries will build Runan's Hurricane just to have multiple DPS targets rather than the single target auto attacks.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that also applied to Senna given the slow auto attack.
It scales with attack speed. The whole animation that happens,
Yeah.
it scales with attack speed.
Got it.
What's he
I
building
think
now?
what we're
What
seeing
is he building now?
who knows?
What
You know,
item
Theo,
is that?
Theo he's
Who?
living his best life
Is
right
that,
now.
It
is
could
that like a little
be-
bit of this
it
and a
could
little
be-
bit of that?
It could be Bork.
Yeah,
it
but then he has a crit cloak. So is it just a little bit of this and that? How much stacks does he have? How many
He's
stacks? does he
living the 6
He
item,
has to
mythic
know.
item.
Yeah.
have? How much crit does he have right now? Did he do that just for like 100% crit?
I think he did it just to troll you.
No, that's a rage blade. That's a
Rage
good-
Blade? Well, I mean, Pyro's aggressive wolves are just going in. Thrasher going to engage onto Theo. He will fall. Galio ulti coming through. Eats the hook. Okay. Nice
Third fight
Zanyas.
in a
Nice
row.
Zanyas.
Third fight in a row that Theo is down early as you know, one of the first targets to die in the team fight, and the last thing you want for your AD carry, especially if they're your win con.
Oh, Thrasher's not done. He is just going in over and over, trying to delete everybody with the Elder and Validity. Okay, Drubert, we've seen you win these. 1v5, 1v5.
Come on, Judy.
Land the hook. Drag him into Fountain. Oh, not enough time.
GG, well played first game out of both sides. Congratulations to PAW on their first secured victory of the night.
That was a good game.
And then we are going to go to a brief intermission while the next game gets loaded up, and we'll see you guys back. Hey everybody, welcome back. That was a really hype first game. And Paw Patrol, oh my goodness, it's becoming a habit. And Pyro's Aggressive Wolves did come out on top, currently one win under their belt. Excited to see what's going to happen here in game number 2. Any predictions?
Usually, after a loss, the team that lost will bring out one of their stronger comps so they can feel a little bit more comfortable in the series. So
Yeah,
I don't know what that is though.
yeah, I agree. I mean, and Chase and the gang did a great job of just controlling the objectives last game. So I'm hoping that DCC answers with something that has a little bit more early game power, so they can compete, make it a little bit more of a match game on the objective front.
Hmm. Do you think they get Shurima? Because PAW was the one that banned it last time. I wonder if they ban it again.
It's interesting. I think Shurima is one of the stronger regions, so it'll be surprising if either team lets it through, depending on how they're picking. If we do see it though, I would say that whichever team has Shurima, just based on precedent, might have a small advantage going into this game.
Oh wait, we actually do know what they picked and banned. Talk about that real quick. It looks like PAW banned Zahn, Ajuka's team DCC banned Shurima, and then PAW went and picked Ionia. And what did
Looks like DC picked Demacia.
oh, okay.
Demacia versus Ionia.
Which are both
Oh,
very, very strong comps, both of them.
Both of them are flexible too, which I think is a strength for both regions. But Ionia, man, there's just so many options, so many different places you could take team comps. I think the diversity there is really going to benefit Paw Patrol.
100%. I wonder what they're gonna run. It's like kind of hard to predict. The pool for Ionia is so large that it's probably gonna change as the draft goes.
Yeah, and the wombo combos. There's just so many AoE ultimates that dynamically change team fights on the go, and they stack so well together. Definitely one of the stronger regions as well. If you can master it as a team, I will say that it sometimes can be a squishier region. So if Demacia drafts right, they may be able to take advantage of that. Whereas Thrasher and the Paw Patrol obviously did some more tanky team comps in game 1.
I don't
Kane.
think Thrasher cares about being tanky, dude.
Well, Thrasher himself, no, but having some complementary beef around him, I think he likes to have.
Complementary beef. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's what.
That's actually really accurate.
You're saying you don't like complimentary beef as a.
I do. It means that I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make somebody else tank, right?
I like doing the big numbers too. You know.
Give me an Eclipse. Get
Yeah.
King an Eclipse.
Yeah.
Let him start cooking.
I like being number one on the damage charts at the end game. Okay.
Yeah, number 1 in the damage charts, number 1 on deaths, and number 1 in our hearts. That's how you
Oh
roll.
look, it's another Jarvan. Who would have suspected? He's so strong right now. Oh look, they're gonna play the same comp that they just watched. It's gonna be the same exact comp.
I
mean,
wonder if
it's gonna look good because
wonder if Artemis.
Ionia is gonna have a lot of CC and those knockups and AoE.
Yeah.
So Morgana Shield.
Wonder if
feel-
PAW
I-
had a plan for this.
I feel like if you're Artemis, you have to go lethality Jarvan just for the revenge, right?
He probably won't.
He's gonna go Radiant Virtue. He's gonna first rush the Chem Tech
Dude,
Chain Punk heal cut item and then go into Radiant Virtue. That's his
No.
signature. No matter
no,
what.
you don't.
Every
Not on
single jungler.
Jarvan.
Every
No.
single jungler.
No,
Artemis
you're
doesn't
lying
build it.
right now. No,
Someone
not
else
on
his
Jarvan.
account.
Not on Jarvan, CO.
You guys
No,
are
no,
both
he's gonna
pretty.
do it.
You
He's
don't
gonna
have
do
to
it.
argue.
No.
It's fine.
Also, if he built lethality this game, I'm already looking at this team like, dude, I'm not one-shotting that Zaya. There's like no way. I'm not one-shotting a Wukong. There's no way. You go Gore Drinker.
Yeah, Zaya's been such a problem too recently, and Flex and also Duo Q. She's such a strong AD carry. Good get out of jail free card. Good early game pressure. Gonna be hard for DCC to take advantage of the Zaya pick, I think, especially with the Rakan as a supplement.
It's the same comp, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
No.
Oh
There'll be some
my gosh.
flexibility. There has to be some
All we have to
flexibility
do
here.
is see the Galio at the end, and then it's just identical.
No. Demacia. No. It's gonna be Silas mid. My prediction. Because like Revenger is not gonna play no Galio.
It's gonna be it's gonna be Galio.
It's gonna be Galio.
Watch.
No.
They'd be trolling if they didn't go Galio.
Lucian
Galio's
mid.
so good here.
Lucian mid. Fiddlesticks
Lucian
mid.
mid.
It's always a
Fiddlesticks mid.
Galio angle, dude. It's always a Galio angle.
I feel like it's saying it's a Galio angle is like
Don't go Galio.
taking a player like
Yeah, he just picked set. I said don't go Galio. Please don't go Galio.
Silas. Their
Don't go
ultis are
Galio.
so good. He has to pick Silas.
Yeah, don't go Galio. They pick set. Just don't do it. Save your team. Save your Vayne space. Save your Vayne space. Don't go Galio. Yeah. Let's go.
Yes.
I manifested that shit. You see that? That was on me, dude. Teach you guys to question me. I'll manifest shit on you, dude.
All right, save your manifesting for later.
Oh, I will. There's plenty of manifesting to go around. Okay.
All right, well, which team do you see manifesting their way to a victory based on these two team comps?
I think they're both really
DCC.
strong. They're both really strong. I think it matters. Obviously, there's gonna be like a repeat of the same thing. But what does Jungle do in the first 10 minutes?
Is Jungle Wukong, do you think he's in a good place right now, especially relative to where Jarvan's at?
Yeah. Wukong can deal with Jarvan.
Yeah, I
Can't
was
really
gonna say
get locked up by it.
the clone seems like a really good tool against what Jarvan's trying to do.
He can dodge EQ.
Dodge R.
You know?
Is it a blink similar to like Shaco Q where he can go over the wall, or is it
Yeah,
more like
it's a small
dashing?
dash.
dash.
It's a small dash, but it can go over walls.
Okay.
Remember when they added that in and all of a sudden Wukong became like the best jungler ever?
Yeah, it's like a 3% win rate bump.
Yeah. It was crazy. It's almost like they manifested that shit.
All right. I'm going to manifest that you stop using that word.
And I'm gonna manifest that you keep using manifest.
Okay.
Yeah. We could like, meditate together.
I don't want to meditate with
What's wrong with that? You guys are being weird. You guys are gonna make things so weird,
Yo, nothing is weird here. No, it's not weird. No. Keep going. it's fine.
No. You guys,
No,
you guys should hear what Meepy's saying over here. He's whispering in my ear. He keeps talking like he just woke up.
Like a
So
little
he's got that-
groggy.
Yeah, and he's got that deep voice. He's got the, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just say it though. Say what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Say what you're feeling.
Oh no, it's a
Can you
little,
give us like a
it's a
demonstration?
little racy. I can't say it.
Can you give us a demonstration?
Don't act
Here's all
surprised,
of
Meepy.
can't
I wish
hear
you guys
him.
could hear him. He's over here. He's just, he's all bashful and stuff. It's kind of funny.
All right. Any feedback about King being racy can be directed to the feedback channel in Odyssey Esports, found near the landing zone. We'll be responding to those complaints after the cast.
Wait a second. Did Basil just say this is a weird cast?
Yeah, Basil.
What does OSRS stand for, huh?
Basil.
Oversized, I don't know, running snake. There you go.
Where did you go with that?
don't know.
I wanted to join you, but I can't follow you there. Where?
No, you
why?
didn't help. Nobody helped, so I had to come up with things. Never said I was good at coming up with things, okay?
Oh my god.
I even paused. I came up with the oversized part, which was perfect, by the way.
Yeah.
And nobody said anything else.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, what
Nobody-
I
nobody
wanted
said
to say
anything
is not appropriate for Twitch. I typed it, but I mean, I hope
Type it. Say it.
I already typed it. If you can't read, then I can't help you.
Rectal sphincter. Oh my god.
Okay. We're gonna pivot
my
this
God.
conversation.
That's what she said. It's not what I said, dude.
You're the one who said it, though. That's the
I
thing.
didn't.
Like, you don't know how to not read out loud.
This is why.
Say it in
I read
your
it,
head
okay?
first. Say it in your
I
head
didn't
first.
just say I read it. There's a difference.
This is why we need to stop manifesting and we need to start analyzing. Okay. And speaking
Okay,
of
start analyze, please.
We're gonna
please
start
analyze.
analyzing that. I don't know if I'm gonna appreciate it.
Please, what are we analyzing? You go ahead.
Well,
Analyze away.
what I wanted to analyze is, do you think that, obviously we're seeing a similar comp on the Demacia side. Do you think that they're going to have the same success when it comes to the early game objective control, specifically on the Dragon side?
It's going to be a little harder for DCC. I think PAW has a really good early game fight, especially at 6.
Mm-hmm.
But both teams do. So let's see who plays it better, honestly. Who positions better. I think it's all going to come down to positioning. So I mean, that part's hard to predict. So please analyze that, Wolf.
Okay. I will say that it does feel like the Demacia side of things is going to be a little bit squishier this go around without the Galio. I'm not sure how much that'll impact things on the early game fights. But obviously, if Silas gets caught out or gets blown up in early game fights, we might see some struggles on the objective control early. Specifically with the Syndra ult, we know how much damage that can do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
That's
an
exactly
execute
what I was
now?
gonna say. Yeah. Depending on how many stacks she has, but like, I think that's only gonna really come into play like what, 15, 20 minutes into the game when she actually has some good stacks and she'll actually one-shot the guy.
That's fair. But can't she stack easier against like melee?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be safe, bro. So it really depends on how Syndra uses her knockback abilities at her E.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to use that obviously defensively. I don't think if she uses that offensively, I think she's dead, or she's gonna blow flash. Because Silas has 2 ways of getting to her.
One thing that concerns me on the PAW side of things too, without the set teleport, they basically have the Wukong ultimate as the tool, the engage tool. I'm not sure if he has teleport, but if he's not able to get into these fights, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Wukong to find the right angle, to find the right ultimate. Depending on the condemns, the Morgana Qs, he could have a hard time getting to the right targets.
So think of it this way. Jarvan goes in, right? Either Morgana uses her black shield on Jarvan so that Set can't ult Jarvan right away. Just to get him out of there.
Yeah.
So she uses it on him, there's no black shield on Vayne, and then Wukong and Rakan basically get to jump back there. Depends on what Poppy does at that point. So you have to keep in mind or pay close attention to how black shield is being used and what Poppy does. Mm-hmm. That'll determine how hard it is for Wukong to get back there, or Rakan, or Set.
Yeah. No, I think once Set joins the fight, I think it'll be a lot easier. But I guess the concern I have is, again, for the early game objective control, when Set might not have an easy teleport angle, right? I think those fights, may have a little bit more difficulty for Wukong. And there's not necessarily a clear target for Set to ult besides the Jarvan, right? Because Poppy may or may not be close enough to ult onto the team. But Silas should be flanking.
Yeah. Ideally, Poppy should be following up, but if Poppy sees an angle, Poppy sees an angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be manifesting some kind of angle.
Okay.
What, dude?
I feel like you're giving us a teaser of your next team name, right? Manifest Destiny.
No, we all know it's gonna be like
next tournament, and the Manifest Destiny is gonna be your team.
No.
Or what's going on?
Actually, that'd be a pretty good name.
I'm a captain. I'm drafting king, and I'm the team manifesting of something. I'll have to.
No, Manifest Destiny. That's already been said. He gave us a good name. It's a good one. It's a good one.
You gotta manifest that destiny, because otherwise it's just unmanifested destiny. What good is that, right?
Yeah, exactly. No good. No manifestation.
Send it back to the drawing board.
Yeah, back to the drawing board. Go back. Get back there.
I am drawing already. Okay.
Oh, what are you drawing? What are you drawing?
Cute stuff. I'm drawing cute stuff. I don't know if I can talk about it on stream yet to get in with the production, but things are cooking.
She's doing Odyssey cute drawings.
Okay. Drop a spoiler on the stream.
She's manifesting some drawings, dude.
The drawings are being manifested. Super cute stuff. Got some sketches done today, so really excited.
Nice.
But I did actually have a question though. pertaining to the game, you know, to manifest us back to.
Okay, I'm gonna start yelling.
I'm just gonna start using it incorrectly, just like
I'm gonna start
randomly.
screaming.
Please,
So
please.
I've never, I don't think I can recall a time ever that I've seen Azuka play a tank. I kind of just clicked that he's playing Poppy.
Will he play
So-
Cassandra? Does Cassandra count as a tank?
I feel like he's more of a fighter, bruiser fighter. I mean, that's what I can.
I'm of the same
Whether
opinion.
it's true or not, I'm not entirely sure. But like Poppy's a tank. Sure, she can fight because all tanks are also assassins. But
Yeah.
I've actually never seen Azuka on like this kind of champion.
What is he playing? Is he playing Lollipoppy? Oh god, it's Ragdoll Poppy. It's even worse.
Like the worst Poppy skin.
Redhead. They're gonna lose.
Whoa. listen
Okay,
here.
stop. Why
What?
did you pull it?
What?
Why did you throw it up there?
What? I didn't say anything, dude.
Why did you just put it?
What
Make
are
it go
you
away.
talking about right now?
Make it go
Why are you
away.
making things weird?
Because he
He's just salty
manifested it.
'cause
Don't
he's
take things
bald.
out of
He's just
context,
salty
bro.
because he's bald.
He manifested it onto the
No.
screen.
No, you don't get to say manifest if you don't know what manifesting is, okay? You're not a manifester.
I'm a master manifester, okay?
Okay, only someone who doesn't manifest would say something like that. So, got
Oh
you
my
in your
gosh.
own bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, CEO, I don't, Ajuka doesn't necessarily play tanks regularly, but he's an experienced enough top laner. I think he can play most champions that are thrown at him. And obviously, this kind of tournament where you're forced to play a myriad of different champions, you're going to be forced into uncomfortable positions. So, or at least not as comfortable, right? So maybe this isn't his number one go-to pick, but I'm sure he can pilot it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see it. Anytime someone plays a champion or a champion class that they are not known for, I just get excited to see like how flexible of a player they are. Which is what is so great about this tournament. It really forced a lot of people out of their comfort zone, away from the traditional style of champion or their traditional 3 picks. And we have seen so much growth. Holy cow, that binding raised his booty. Pyro is going to go in for a little bit of a heavier trade. Drubert will have to pop a potion here to get some health back. But yeah, no, it has been so exciting to see the individual player growth and like the champion pools expand. And I'm excited for the next tournament just to see how many of these new picks these players are going to bring into that.
Yeah, make it back into the staple pools. I think that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on that note, we didn't talk too much about this top lane matchup, but obviously everybody knows how dominant Ajuka can be on the laning side of things. One of the best laners I personally played against. Supro, likewise. I versatility.
Ignite diff!
Oh my gosh. I know how we're praising him, but unfortunately he is on Poppy. He's just being wailed on by.
I think
Well, yeah,
that
what I
wins
would-
this matchup, but
What I was gonna say is Supro's versatility on at least on as a pool goes, I think is unmatched. He can basically play every top laner and at least be proficient, be comfortable on most of those champions. He may not be, main level worthy of expertise, but he can pretty much play everything.
Oh, really good engage from Revenger. They're not able to get any summoners out of Pikachu Tiger, but maybe they can get a little return gank there soon. I want to see some blood this game. I don't want another like snooze fest for 15 minutes. I want to see some action.
You just gotta manifest it. I think that's the
Okay,
secret.
manifesting some action. I want to
Lot.
see Revenger dive
you gotta
Pikachu.
meditate on it.
Wait, he doesn't have knockback. Do it now.
He's under the tower, unfortunately.
Just dive him. Where's Tom when we need him?
The 1-for-1 king.
Yeah.
One
Where
for-
is Tamamura for that juicy 1-for-1 first blood in the first 3 minutes?
He's
of
grabbed
the
him, he's
game?
grabbed him, he's taking his heart. Okay. He doesn't have heart steal yet, but he will. He will.
Holy cow, looking at that mini-map, we see Thrasher is just invading the top side of the jungle. May have been an okay dive angle, but Ajuka's using his recall and teleporting back will be HP. And Thrasher on
Thrasher's
the
always
reset.
looking for
Oh, we got
something in the
Sheen.
jungle, dude. It's always all up in there. He's like, where are you?
It's a little early to be overly concerned, but I do think it's interesting to see the farm gaps already coming out. Obviously, Theo's up a significant amount, so is Thrasher.
What? How? It's a Vayne. That's not
Yeah,
how that's supposed to work.
I was just about to say I'm not used to Vayne being up in farm, but they are definitely paying some respects to this this Morgana pick out of Drooper. And I know Pyro hates playing against Morganas, so that might be part of that.
God hand.
Yeah, Drubert, show him how it's done. You hit him with the hooks, and you're gonna hit him with the bind.
Does Drubert still have the God hand tag?
Yeah, he does.
That's awesome. Okay.
I mean, one doesn't just lose the God hand; he has to be usurped, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to manifest the God hand in order to take it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that like a tag in the server, or like?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Real
were talking about a tag like in the game, like support diff.
No,
With the God hand.
he's got a tattoo of it too. It's like the whole thing.
Dude, he earned that tag along with the Seraphine permaban.
Is it like the Is it like a tramp stamp where it's just
Yeah.
God hand in big bold letters across the back?
Is
Oh, or the
Yeah,
knuckle
what do you-
tattoos. The knuckle tattoos. I like that.
we're not gonna tell you what Meepy said. It was really funny, guys. We're not gonna tell you though.
If he wants you to know, he'll type it in chat. Yeah, just
Yeah.
unmute your mic. Just join us. It's fun.
No, he's tired, dude. He's tired. He's sleepy. He's got the groggy voice, you know. Oh, and you're hitting that EQ.
Is it
Got
God hand or
weird
God fist?
God hand.
God hand.
He doesn't need to make a fist. His hand
Yeah.
is so powerful, he can, just the
He
hand.
just waves. All he does is wave. He waves and everybody dies. Things happen. He manifests shit when he waves. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. Is that why FlyQuest is doing so well in LCS? Because it's Jubert's team and he's just manifesting that they're gonna just do so well?
Well, he had a God hand in it, right?
Oh, this is true.
This is a very slow game again, guys. I'm gonna have to ask you to pick up the pace.
There's too much respect going on.
Somebody start flashing on people. Everybody has flash.
How does that make
Does
you
that
feel?
not piss you off, dude? We need to manifest
make you angry?
shit right now, dude. I'm getting tired of saying that word. But I'm so committed to making it.
I was just gonna say you're the one who committed to it.
But I'm committed to, this, you know what I'm committed to. I'm committed
To
to
the gag.
Yeah. I'm committed to making you upset. Oh,
Oh, here it is!
Use the W too
Right at
early.
the end!
There's the flash, first flash of the game.
And an early dragon take out of PAW. Again, establishing that early objective game controlled tempo.
Dude, I manifested that.
You manifested the flash?
I did.
Yep.
I was just talking about how ridiculous it is that nobody's flashed. Let's get a flash binding right now. Before they hit 6.
Yo,
Come on,
Jubert
flash
really
binding.
did something spicy up
Do it
there,
now.
'cause
Do it now. Flash binding while Theo has 6 and they don't. Do it. Fuck! I didn't manifest hard enough, man. I'm new
The
at
thing
this.
is,
That's okay.
you can't manifest against the God hand though. Like he is above your manifesting.
That's true. He
powers.
just knows better.
You know what I
Who
think it
does
is?
what he wants. There's
I
no
think
control with him.
The energy is all off, We've got to put some more positive vibes in there.
You're backing on a void.
Oh, the fight
Oh,
did it!
let's go. Let's go. Blood. Fuck for the blood god. Oh. Okay, whatever, guys. Not like we got 22 people watching. Yeah.
I think the positive part of the kind of slow pace that these games are getting off to is it does show that these teams are very evenly matched. I don't expect that we're going to see a lot of dominating performances at least early.
Yeah,
I
and
want
the
some
contrast is
dominating
full of
performances,
games
though.
where they run into you like a bot and then you kill them for free. Yeah, not in competitive.
Smite the
5v5.
scuttle.
Blabber?
What do we
Oh,
do?
Thrasher's going in, knocked it up.
Man.
Oh, it's first blood over to Pikachu Tiger. Artemis is gonna fall. We finally got it. It was
Everyone was
manifested.
playing so safe that it happened over a scuttle.
Blabber, is that you?
Listen, King, I do have to ask, have you ever died trying to get a
Yes,
skull?
100%.
Okay.
I just 100%. But 9 minutes into the game, 10 minutes into the game, first blood.
Listen, if you're a jungler and that Skittle's there, you're gonna fight for it. That's what you
Yeah,
told me.
yeah, I would have done it too.
Every
I would've
time you
done
hit
it
my
too.
lane, that's what you tell me.
Look, I would have done the same thing. I would have probably died even harder than Artemis right there. Okay, but the
I'm
fact,
gonna die at first scuttle at like 3 minutes.
yes, exactly, and I would have flashed. You know, I would have flashed for the scuttle. No, just kidding.
Flash smite the scuttle, sacrifice her life. Yeah.
Flashes for the flash god.
So Pika getting that first blood is actually huge.
Yeah.
And it's going to translate into something bigger unless I spoke too soon. No,
This is actually just this is terrible for Revenger. Not only is he down significant farm disparity, down the kill, but also Revenger took Ignite into this lane, hoping to use early pressure to secure some leads. So now he's down on the summoner spell front, down on the farm, and down on the kills. This is pretty much worst case scenario when it comes to mid lane.
and he can't
And
even
Cinder just
like
finished
roam.
Luden's. Like
He
she
can't
just
roam
got
either.
Luden's.
Well, obviously he can only roam now because she's on back, but usually he can't because Syndra will just outrange him and push the wave in.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, he still has a small window to get into this game. Unfortunately, there's no objective to force at this moment.
Yeah, PAW did pick up the first dragon a little while ago, but second dragon is spawning in about a minute, so you might see some action around there. Maybe some more
We're
flashes,
DCC.
maybe some
Yeah.
more kills on either side. Do you have any?
If
Like,
I
how
were
are they
DCC, I would fight for this dragon because that's going to determine a lot for the next 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. And I will say, in a best of 5 too, if they do lose this game, it's going to be really hard to reverse sweep. It's been done before, specifically I think by the Nani.
Oh,
Here we go.
Really?
He's going to get the second knockup. Oh,
right. Oh, he uses flash
prematurely!
to get him with the ultimate. Jubert flashing over, going to use his ultimate, but they are able to get out. I mean, Ace is down there, but he's He has to reset here, and Dragon is spawning in 20 seconds. But it looks like all of DCC is resetting as well.
Oh! Pika with the fancy feet, dodging the
Oh,
E, but he's taking a
manifested
lot
it!
of damage. Doesn't go down. The Revenger's
Flash.
all in.
God damn
Flash
it!
for him! Flash for him! Flash! Go, 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 go! Oh, it's a 1-for-1!
1 for 1, dude. That's good. That's
Tom.
some good shit. There's some flashes, dude.
Theo, you mentioned Tom earlier.
You mentioned
now we're
Tom, and it
saying
happened.
it's manifested. That's what happened.
Manifesting. It's happening.
That is actually huge for Silas. Going
Yeah.
1 for 1 on Silas is not a bad thing ever.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
is Wade pushing into him, so it's even better? I'm
on
not
the
sure
other
if
hand, I think
not.
Pika can teleport back to the lane, so it's not gonna be too terrible.
I still think early kills on Silas are a lot scarier than a Syndra. How many times have you seen Silas go like 0-3 and then all of a sudden get a couple kills and he's one-shotting people?
Well, if you're in my game, it's
It's most likely the jungler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they're just on Dragon. Are they just trading tower for Dragon here?
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay. Oh, looks like they might be in a
Collapse. No
bit
flash
of
on
a
Syndra?
win. Yes, Syndra has no flash, uses the knockback to try to space Artemis, but will fall soon after. Took a little minute there.
Go too.
Theo doesn't quite have the damage on that Bane passes.
Things are swinging, but there's still a gold lead on the side of PAW.
Yeah, and it looks like, what is that, Everfrost and Shieldbow completed. So both ADCs have mythics, both mid laners have mythics, and the snooze fest of top lane, I guess. Neither...
It's a bit of a snooze fest, but Supro does have a little bit of a lead here. He's gotten the plates, and he's forced Ajuka to back on some pretty, I guess, inoptimal situations where he's losing some farm and some XP.
Ajuka losing farm just means he's even in farm with the other top laner. My goodness. Oh, he got, what is that? It's not Frozen, Frozen Mallet? Frozen Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Frozen Gauntlet.
Frozen Gauntlet. What is that to utilize here? I've seen Poppy's going Divine Sun a lot. I actually haven't seen a Poppy build this item in a long time.
I think it's great. Iceborne's awesome on Poppy because you Q, you auto, and then they're basically trapped in the second portion of the Q damage. It's a really good synergy with her kit, and just being tanky on Poppy is pretty awesome.
Not just that, Poppy can press her W, run up at somebody if they're trying to get a catch, and use her auto, passive, and it'll proc the Sheen proc.
Plus, I think it just peeled Subro off of him there, like that slow.
Mm-hmm.
Subro
Yeah, but
was
Supro
able to, like,
has a
boost him
Blighted
down.
Iron King, so I don't think Poppy can 1v1 Supro.
No, Supro wins the all-ins right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a Juko just wants to disengage as best he can and wait for team.
There's nothing to fight for here, but it looks like they're engaging onto Revenger. Wukong ulti does come through from both sides. He's really low, will fall to Thrasher. Hubert's trying to get in there, and he's 1v3. He's living with a little bit of HP, but Pyro is able to knock him up, and he's 2 Pikachu Tiger.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, I mean, if Morgana threw anything besides, like, magic, I'm sure it would be better, but... Oh, Theo is in. You don't get out of there, dude.
But Juka's going for it. I don't know if you want this, buddy. It's gonna turn really hard right now.
Does land the ultimate. Oh, wait! Subro stopped the Poppy ultimate with the CC.
Great kill out of Supro there. It's awesome.
I tried to manifest it, dude. I tried to tell him you gotta run.
He tried to, but the Poppy ult wasn't able to charge up and knock Subro away.
Yeah. But Yuka had a really good idea there, which is he got an item, hoping to use the gold lead on the items front to secure that fight, but unfortunately unable to compete with the Blade of the Rune King over the extended
Also,
trade.
set R dramatically changes when
That
you
fight, 100%. Yep.
Does that like what do you mean? Just
It does percent health when you pick somebody up and throw them, so the fact that Poppy's got that much HP kind of works against her in a 1v1 situation, and then
Oh, right.
he also has a Blade of the Rune King, so he's doing a percentage of their health every auto.
Yeah. It also
Yeah,
just allows him to reposition the fight away from the tower, away from the minions, and make it a little bit more favored towards the set side of things.
True. And it looks like Paul wants to aim around this rift, so we might get another smidge bit of a fight. Sepro did go bot lane to try to catch the cave, so I think it might be free rift.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to push the advantage. The gold league swung dramatically again in the last couple minutes. All due to plates and towers and a kill here and a kill there.
So if your paw with dragon coming up in like 45 seconds, are you using this rift as a distraction tactic? Are you saving it for after you take dragon, like dragon reset, and then using it when everyone's back on the map? Like, what are you?
I think they just take the fight. I think they can just take the fight at this point. If they get a couple kills in this dragon, and they take the dragon, they can just rip while timers.
Notably, Set is in position right now. Poppy's up top dealing with the Syndra, so we do have a little bit of a tempo advantage here on the side of PAW.
Syndra does have TP, so does Poppy.
If I was DCC, I'd probably just give. This is not a kind of a scary fight.
Yeah, especially with the Herald going down mid. I think they will too.
Oh yeah, the good
So
distraction
they opted,
tactic.
yeah, they opted to drop it. Syndra not using TP, she's just gonna walk down. Doesn't need to use it.
Very careful with that pathing, Pikachu. Yeah, no. Okay, no, now it's a little safe. Oh, but Artemis is looking a little caught out. Oh, really good flash coming in from Pikachu to land the combo, but there's very minimal follow-up. Oh, Theo got Pyro really low there with just a few auto attacks.
He took a binding.
He was a support main once. He took a binding to the face and it's just sitting duck. I mean, Pyro had to reset. They have number advantage. But looks like Revenger's also aiming to reset. Maybe they don't want to too much here.
Yeah, it's really hard to dive the Set and the Xayah under tower.
And they know that Wukong's in the area in that ward.
Look at the vision from both of these teams. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the power of having two like objective control oriented vision control remains on your team. The vision, immaculate, chef's kiss. We got sweepers on people, far sights. It is beautiful to see this. Okay, we're not gonna.
Shut up, Meaty.
We're not
He said something
going.
really dumb, guys. We're not gonna tell you what he said though. It was so bad. It was so bad, guys. You guys would have been like rolling over. You know, eye rolls and manifesting him to fucking leave. You know.
Uh-oh, Artemis a little.
Again, once again, just EQ Black Shield.
Yep. Eventually, someone will take Meepy's advice and do that thing that he said that we can't tell the audience.
A really dumb thing. You mean?
Eventually, someone will die. You know.
Oh my
by doing
Terrible
god.
thing that we
Don't
should.
even. Yeah, don't tell them what that thing
That's
is.
something we
dude.
don't want manifested, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
say though, it
Meepy
does feel like PAW is slowly but surely eking some significant advantages in their favor over the course of this game. Both teams still respecting each other. No one's looking for some super aggressive plays, but just kind of gradual wear down of this PAW comp, I think, is behooving them in the long run.
Who? You guys hear that?
Yes.
You don't like behoove?
Everybody
Behoove.
heard me say that.
It's okay to manifest things, but we can't behoove anything. My bad.
Oh no, Supro is gonna have to manifest real hard for a double.
He didn't get his W off. No.
This should mean some advantages here, at least starting in the Baron, although Artemis is in the area for the Smite steal. Maybe this time no Morgana to steal it from him.
Oh no, Drubert's gonna get it.
Oh, the TP on the flag.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
back
how do you
up.
do that?
Yeah, key TP.
But they
He's gonna
can't.
take
They
over?
can't
No,
do
they're
it.
not
They
taking
can't do it. No. Don't
They-
even try. Don't even try.
Yeah.
He's clearing vision. He's clearing vision. Don't worry.
Yeah, that
He's
is not a safe thing to do. I feel like DCC has to have the Baron nearly free or have a huge advantage to take it.
Sorry, Meep was saying something to us, and we're not gonna tell you what he was saying. But we were all
No, we're
listening.
not
That's why we all
we're
went
not gonna
quiet for a
say-
second.
Yeah, we won't say what Meepy said, but I will say from my own perspective and my own original thoughts that they got TP out of Ajuka, which is the only TP on the side of DCC, while PAW does have 2 teleports available for this Baron play. So
Yeah, that's great
No.
analysis. I
thank
couldn't imagine
you.
Yeah, that
anyone
was
else
great.
saying that. That was awesome.
thank
I
you,
wish-
guys.
God, dude.
Yeah.
I wish Meepy would like provide some cogent.
I know. Instead, he says that stupid thing, dude. God. Oh! Thrasher getting spicy up in this.
Oh!
No!
Oh, he got too spicy. There's no way he gets out. The condemn comes through. I
Outplayed
don't
by the
think-
blasting cone, dude.
Oh, that's so unlucky. I mean,
Dude, I
they're
would've
in
been
great position
screaming.
for this Baron.
That
I mean,
did
Supro
not-
has teleport, but
that
he's
did not
just pushing.
behoove Thrasher at all. We'll take that fight.
Who told you that you could say that? Who told you that was
His
like a
8th
good
grade
idea to
English
add
teacher.
that to
You
your
don't
fucking
like-
vocabulary, man.
What is with the hate on behoove?
It's not, dude. It's just not. It's just,
Is this
not
because
the
you
norm.
don't behoove anybody, or what's
Dude.
going on?
dude. You're manifesting some really like bad energy right now. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop.
Yo, Pyro, I want to see a flash ulti W in there. Steal that Baron.
Great Baron out of the side of DCC.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, he had to flash. He was stuck in there.
That moment where you don't want to, but you have to.
I mean,
I think that's exactly what DCC needed to get back into this game. It did feel like it was slipping away from them a little bit,
mhm.
but really it is as simple as the jungler being out of position, getting caught, and getting taken down for just easy objectives on the other side. So, and that can just propel them into a commanding lead here. They get to go to the dragon fight with the Baron buff, but PAW setting up a death bush, hoping to catch some unawares.
Poppy
Oh,
W is
really
down
good.
for this.
Mhm. And they know flash.
They have to wait for Poppy W. Poppy's a really big key to disrupting the engage.
They
Oh,
need the
Revenger
fight.
has that
I don't think
ulti.
they have Baron.
Oh!
Wait, Poppy ulti knocked 2 out. They're engaging Pyro Blitz half health, trying to ulti to get to Delta here, but he is going to Oh my god, he made it out with the shields, but Revenger is on the backside of the fight. A 1v1 between him and Delta while the rest of both teams are in the dragon pit. Red team is going to slay the dragon. Thrasher's in there, secondary ultimate trying to knock up, getting more damage out. The set W is not quite enough damage to connect. And oh my gosh, they aced!
It's the
They
power
aced
of Gore Drinker, baby! Let's go!
Yeah, it's just
DCC gets dragon and gets the
expert play it out of DCC. Just phenomenal. And, you know, the Poppy ult being able to secure the numbers advantage on the side of DCC, able to go in and basically just express their manifested will there in that team fight. They did great.
Did you just change the screen just to have that on?
No, what do you mean? Nothing's there. What are you talking about?
Are you right? Shit,
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm not okay, honestly. I'm not okay.
It's okay. I will
Honestly,
manifest.
after seeing Supro
okayness
pull
for
off
you.
something so disgustingly beautiful, I'm feeling like meditating, dude. Not gonna lie.
When's the last time you meditated, King?
What did you like to know? What did you like to know,
I
dude?
just want to be part of your journey.
Keep wanting.
I just want to
Keep
be part
wanting,
of your
dude.
spiritual journey.
No, that's just for me. Me, myself, and I.
I feel like that really befits you, King.
Oh,
And when I say me, when I
the fits. We got another one. Add it to the vote card.
do we not? No more B words.
I'm pretty sure befits is just another word for, like another word you can use in its place.
Like it behooves you to
Oh,
use.
Pika, check it. He's
I
doing that
have
thing.
a,
You did
I have a
that thing. I mean,
plethora
you was
of
talking
words.
about that dumb thing. You just
So
did
he's
it.
in there. He's in there.
He wants
He's
it.
going.
Pika doesn't want. Pika doesn't
Did I
want.
say Supro did the last play? I meant Ajuka.
Yeah, top laners, they're all the same. We get
Yeah,
confused easily.
That's my bad, guys.
Oh,
Journey.
speaking
You
of
need a
top
minute
laner,
more.
the Bro's in a bit
Ooh,
of
Moneymaker.
trouble. Oh, completely annihilated. Artemis has to flash out. Pikachu Tiger is there for the follow-up. Really good ult through. Pyro very low, but Theo is able to free hit. Kind of. Wow, that Pikachu. I mean, that Cinder damage is coming in.
A little bit of a forced fight out of the side of DCC, especially without Ajuka in that fight. He had a TP late, and by the time he got there, the fight was basically over. So, a little bit of a stop in the momentum on the side of DCC, but they're still in a good position, especially with the Baron buff running. But they may not be able to get anything more out this go around.
This game is starting to tighten up. It's not very clear who's gonna win this.
DCC. DCC! Woo!
Yeah, I wish,
yeah, exactly. He's just biased.
It's not
You know
caster
what?
bias. You
At
guys
least he
both
was
said
honest.
paw.
See, well, except for game one, based on the team comp, we were not rooting for anyone.
No,
You
she didn't
can't
say it on the
blame-
team comp. She was like, "Well,
Not-
you guys said this, so I'm gonna
No.
say that."
No, I'm
And
saying
because of my
us.
boys on those teams. That's what
it's
she said.
true.
Yeah, my
She does have
boys.
favorites.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just
I
tell
love
Ace that
everyone
you're.
equally.
Oh, you said Ace isn't your favorite, so that's fine. I'll
No, he knows he's not my favorite.
No, Ace
He's
is
accepted
not
it. I'm
her
his
boy.
favorite, but he's not my favorite.
Damn! That's what you call a one-sided relationship right there.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
basically
okay.
what
We've accepted it. It works in our dynamic, you know?
that's basically what you and I have, King, right?
Sorry,
Basil,
what
if
did
you're
you say?
listening.
A one-sided relationship.
I'm sorry, you said that again?
Okay.
I don't know, the mic keeps cutting out right when you say, we'll just move on though.
Yeah, we should meditate on it later.
Yeah. No, actually. You don't meditate. It shows.
Oh, both teams are really gunning for this. They're trying to get a lot of vision control around here. Both forwards dropping their full ward inventory, trying to get some vision control for this. Both teams might really want a pick of some sort. They need number advantage on either side.
Come on, Seppi, pick someone up. Just
Pick
pick them up.
him up, put him down. Pick him up, put him down.
Gotta pick them up, put them down.
They're so bunched up. This would be such a fantastic recon comp right here with them all just clumped in that one little spot.
Plumped.
Clumped. Holy cow.
Silas
What a-
steals the set ulti. May look at go in with it as the primary engage or just a
gonna-
follow up.
Dude, he's gonna counter pick him up.
They're dancing.
They
I
have to
see
drag
your
this-
pickup,
drag it
They're
out.
dancing.
and I raise you another. That's what he said.
Looks like DCC will start up the dragon, pulling it out of the pit, trying to get some spacing. Revenger trying to keep PAW out. Azuka's going to launch. Pikachu
Whoa.
Tiger out. Oh, but the dragon is stolen. Thrasher
Oh
was able
my
to get
God.
in there. Oh, Pyro is connected on the set ulti, stolen by Revenger. Will hit, but he's going to fall. Thrasher is chasing down, and DCC has to retreat back to their base.
Oh my god, well played by PAW.
Yeah, great steal.
Well
Yeah,
played. Calm, collected.
controlled.
Yeah, dude. He's just.
Oh, they're
he's
going for
played.
Baron. Hey, but Artemis is up.
We still have the set ulti.
Point flipping a bit, but is it a
I think
4v5?
that set should be controlling the set here.
Oh,
Whoa,
Sephiroth flashes
Sephiroth stopped
forward,
his
but he's
tracks.
stunned. Theo is free hitting onto the backline. Really good jab coming through. Theo's dodging. Artemis re-engaging onto Delta, who is going to fall, and Thrasher will be soon to fall. That is a triple kill over to Theo on the Vayne, and they are going to take this Baron for free.
Is that a 4v5?
That was a 4v5.
Mm-hmm.
But they were low going into that fight. They were missing some good bursts.
But really the key there was Supro went in for a really, really smart flash play, but just got stopped in his tracks by the Morgana Q. God hand.
God Hand himself says no.
In my humble manifesting opinion, I think Supro should have just had his eyes on the J4 the whole time. Sorry, Meepy was saying something again. We're not going to tell you what it was, but we all listened to him very intently.
I wish
Looks
we
like-
had, honestly, but
The gold lead swung back into favor of DCC based off of those two fights. I thought that PAW was just gonna, kind of take their lead and their tempo and just push it and take that Baron. Did not expect that to happen. Very well played on the side of DCC.
yeah, they probably felt like, okay, we just secured the dragon. We've got 5 people up. They've got 4 people up. We should have the lead going into a team fight here, but they had extinguished a lot of their resources in taking care of Avenger, and obviously just didn't respect the resources that DCC had left.
Yeah, this what is that? Demacia? This Demacia comp bullshit. Kind of strong.
I mean, maybe they're just handshaking, for the hype of a game 5. They're just like, okay, you guys take game 1, we'll take game 2. No match fix.
You manifesting that shit right now?
I'm just manifesting a game 5, so I'm just like throwing it out there
I
that
don't think that
maybe it's gonna be like a back and forth,
I don't think that befits the facts of the case.
Stop!
I concur with that statement.
Who authorized this? Who said you could? Who? I want names. I want numbers. I want social security numbers.
Me
Right
told me I could do it.
Okay. I
A
want
full
all
list
the
of all
information that I
medications.
need. All social security
He,
numbers.
he's off the grid. I don't think you can contact him.
No, he's an illegal.
Whoa!
Oh my
I
god.
didn't say that.
What? What did I say? How was it bad? Go ahead. Explain.
Oh my god. This conversation does not.
Yeah,
Put
you
it-
need to. You
the
need
stream.
to stop.
We need to
You
change
need to
the
stop,
conversation.
dude. Be more appropriate. God, dude. Get out of here. God. Vayne has 3 items though. That's very scary.
Mhm.
And Theo's Vayne is very capable.
Oh, it is. I was excited to see Delta's Vayne, but I see Theo's. I'm just as any good AD carry who can play Vayne is so much fun to watch.
100%. And
Just-
I think that is crucial for these fights too. Obviously, Zaya and Morgana are trying their best, but they haven't found a lot of success on the kills front of things. So a lot of the power coming into these team fights is on the DCC side, on the Vayne, but not necessarily on the Zaya.
Dragon in 30. I think this fight is going to determine a lot. I keep saying that.
But they keep throwing back and forth.
Well,
So-
each team is so capable that I think they're learning from each of these situations, and they're going to play the next fight even better. However,
I don't
Pyro is
know.
going to get caught and die immediately. Thrasher following.
As
soon
you said that.
after. Revenger has to Zanya to save his own life. What's up? Oh my goodness. Oh, me Patel, stop it! Thrasher is caught by the binding. Revenger is in no HP, but he is not scared. Artemis is going to pop his GA. He is alive and well for this dragon. That's a triple kill going over to Theo, who is chasing Pikachu Tiger down, really wanting to get Quadra. But I think he's zoned out just a little bit.
Oh my god, I couldn't breathe.
Oh,
That was
Drubert
awesome.
is gonna get caught out. The exhaust comes out too late, but Theo is there. Cinder has no ulti, does have available though to get out. Okay, he's not gonna chase. I want to see that Vayne passive and work. I want to see chase them down, run them down.
Can we watch that fight again? Come on.
We're being told by the production guru that we're not allowed.
This is the perfect time to go back and watch it. Come on, you got one job. Oh, you hear that, ladies and gents? No, you can't, because nobody can hear him. He's eating food right now. That's his reason for not showing you, you know, one of
Hey,
the
he
greatest
has
team
to
fights
stay-
in all of League of Legends
Stay
history.
nourished.
I don't know about that. They got caught.
Come on, there was a pick him up and put him down, and a reverse pick him up and put him down. It all happened really quickly.
And it
everybody
was all
wants to see it
started by
again.
Pyro's keen sacrifice for his team.
Ugh. Gold League, yeah, the Gold League swung once again back to the side of DCC. They are tied up for dragons.
Mm-hmm.
This next dragon fight is going to be a huge, but I think the Baron fight's going to be even a huger.
Would you say that either of these fights for mutual objectives would be a very determining factor for you?
It would. It would. I thought so last time, but this time,
Of determining fights, Artemis very low is able to land the ultimate onto Pyro, who has to flash out of the pit to try to get onto Theo. In the backline, though, Delta is kiting Revenger out and is able to pick up a kill, but he's really low, has to reset. Bajuka and Theo trying to retreat. Get out of dodge there, boys. Is not safe. One Syndra combo onto Theo and he will pop.
Yeah, so many of
It's
these
not
games, are decided by which team is caught out in key moments. And
Oh!
for instance, we're
God.
seeing Paw Patrol take advantage of the positioning by
manifested it.
DCC.
I'm so sorry, Theo. It was all my fault.
well, shut up. She has the play-by-play.
No, it's okay. When something is very obvious, like someone's obviously gonna die, I literally said if a Syndra combo lands on Theo, he dies, and it happened.
Yeah, I didn't see DCC winning that 2v4, although I guess it was possible if they manifested hard enough.
We need
It was
we need-
possible.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's where I draw the line. We need to.
No puns. There's no punning.
Yeah, no more. You only manifest things in this stream, okay?
You can use vocab, but you can't use puns.
Okay. My
That's the
apologies.
rules.
I'll try to bring out a little bit more positive vibe with the manifesting instead
Okay.
of
You're. We're just gonna go into a brief intermission while we fix these technical difficulties.
Sorry.
But Theo, did you guys see
Form
the
I've been
damage?
fired?
Did you guys see the damage coming out of Zaya though?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Artemis.
insane.
It wasn't okay. It was just kind of illegal in more than 3 countries.
Which 3 countries?
This is pretty
Yeah,
illegal,
why?
dude.
Why so
This is
specific?
pretty. It's pretty illegal. It's because it's more than 3 countries. You can't do that in. It's a lot, dude. That's a lot.
Really?
Oh, speaking of 3, Azuka finds him in a 1v3, but he's able to knock them all out with the ulti before any CC could like stop it. Oh my gosh.
Juka said not today.
Not today. That was
Not
so
today,
clean.
Satan.
All 3 of them? Holy cow.
I love Poppy. Poppy crazy. Oh, the Juka's getting a little too comfortable.
Wait a minute.
You just ultied, man. Get out of there.
Yo, he has no fear.
He's showing leg, dude.
Absolutely
He's
no
just showing leg.
He's trying to get prio for this dragon.
Yeah.
This fight's gonna be the determining factor.
Okay.
This is Infernal Soul. Things are getting, hot and heavy. Oh, Set misses his E.
But that's
Model teams
okay.
Seems to have the best angle control.
J4 has GA up again.
What's up, bro? Gets more ground and cube.
That
Walked it off.
Yeah, walk it off, this is fine. Artemis is on the flank side.
He's not DFT healing, dude. Where's the sit-ups?
That was last set. That's not
No,
this
that wasn't
set.
last set. That was more than a couple of sets ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wait, when you guys
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that,
yeah,
what are you
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Seven
yeah,
champion or last set as in TFT sets?
We're not punning here. We're manifesting, dude.
Oh, Artemis almost went in there for an engage. Really, I think they're trying to bait out some abilities here from the side of PAW. They're both just kind of dancing around this objective.
Importantly, PAW does have the Baron buff still, so there is some advantage there. But hopefully they can take advantage of while they still have the buff.
Oh, Black Shield down. It was used
And
preemptively.
Poppy ult. Poppy ult gone.
Oh, Shirelli is coming out. Poppy W blocks Thrasher from being able to engage, but Revenger is low, has to Zanya's. Supro is wailing in the back, but Theo is just free hitting here. Pikachu Tiger also has to Zanya's to try to save his own life, but it's not. Oh, wait! He killed Drew through the exhaust with like 2 HP. Where the heck was Theo to get the Syndra kill? And Blue Team's going to steal the dragon?
He got her with the feather pull.
Ace with the feather steel!
I told you it was illegal. I told you it wasn't right, dude.
Somebody call Interpol. Oh my god, we witnessed crimes.
What are these? No, that's so bad. Go back. Get out of here. What is this? This really bad overlay going on right now. You're usually good at this. Stop.
You're usually
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you showing Poppy, dude? It was all Zaya.
Yeah, well, Azuka helped. He was in there.
God, Ace just said, "Look at me. I am the jungler now." That's what he said. Dude. Said it just like that too.
Is that from a movie?
I would know. I was there.
In his heart? In his
No, no, that's
mind?
what
You
he
guys
said,
are just
no.
so connected that you can hear his thoughts.
No, I was there.
Do you guys like meditate together too? That's
Yes.
oh.
Isn't that obvious? Do I have to say it?
I mean,
King,
you don't
can
have
I-
to, but confirming it's nice.
Can I put in
you
a
can't.
request?
No,
King?
no, you can't because you say B words. You can't.
I think it would
Stop
behoove
yourself.
the server
Oh God.
if you hosted some weekly meditation rituals after in houses.
We do that.
Got a
We
debrief.
already do that.
We
do
can have
that.
some group
Every
led
single time, bro. We do that. We already do that.
lessons by
Every
King
single bro,
Fly.
at the end of every stream, we go and have a smoke session. That's what we do.
We or you?
That's
Is,
just.
it,
You
is
know, I didn't
meditation
say
just
that.
smoking for you?
I did not say that. That's not what I said. But if you want to assume that, that's up to you. You know?
Aw, that sounds like a beautifully blissful, bold, and brave thing to say, King, on stream. That is just so.
healthy.
What are you
brilliant.
trying to do right now? Are you just trying to say any word that starts with B?
You are
Healthy
building us up
engagement.
so well that we are just bursting with positivity.
Oh.
It's different. Okay, it's different when it's just a B, whereas it sounds like B. You know what I mean? It's different.
Wait, can you
Like
expand on that?
but doesn't is whatever. The sound
Oh,
but
but you're gonna be a bye
Very well
bye.
played.
Crash.
that was very well played.
Deleted.
Remember I told you guys about Jarvan and Condemned? Yeah, that just happened. You
Yeah,
couldn't do shit.
yeah. Thrasher does get deleted by that combination. It's not going to be available for the Baron that's spawning in 11 seconds, but it looks like Supro is in a 1v2 situation, also going to fall. So it is even. Oh no, it's like a 5v3 across the map, and
Yeah.
no jungler on the side of PAW. This Baron might be looking pretty juicy.
It's a
Poppy has
3v3 though.
TP, but Silas doesn't. Oh, Theo getting very low. Pyro will fall. Theo popping the ultimate, trying to chase down Pikachu Tiger, who uses Zanya's. You better use a tumble! He didn't tumble!
Theo, you
Oh.
greedy fuck, walk away! Sorry. Sorry. That
All I had to do was Q to the side. It's okay. Very well done.
It's okay.
I mean, at least they're not able to do the Baron now. So
So remember when I kept saying that things were, it was gonna decide the game? The gold lead is, tied up.
I mean, both teams are happy to.
I know. That's what I just said, Meepy. Look at him, guys. You guys can't hear him, but he's saying dumb shit again. It's so, dude. It's. I should not be surprised.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Exodus? I apologize.
I was just gonna say that while things look deterministic in the short run, especially when we see things like Soul go over to one team or Baron to another, both teams are finding ways to slowly give over their leads back to their opponents just by simple, miscoordination, giving away free kills onto junglers. If they're a little bit more, I guess, protective with their lives, I think you'll find these teams will close out the games a lot more efficiently. So surprised to see that they're coin flipping so much.
Oh, this is true. Oh my gosh, somebody banned Pikachu Tiger from the chat quick. Just kidding.
This is getting to the point where I think one catch is going to be the determining factor for this game.
Deterministic.
That's not what I've been saying. You're the one that said
I know.
that, okay?
I said if you will.
No, there's no if you will. Stop trying to behoove people, okay?
I just thought it
Stop.
was befitting.
That's not how you use behoove.
I
King.
can say it any way that I want, okay?
Does a horse behoove? I think not. I know that you are the
I don't
golden
like that you were. Why did you just combine a pun with that? I don't like that. Stop. Yeah.
I just think you need to be
You
more
didn't hear what she
positive,
said?
King.
Dude, Meepy, you need to pay attention, dude.
You need to be more positive, King.
I am positive, dude.
We need to have a meditation break after this.
I want to meditate.
Do you
right
want
now.
like a hug or something?
No. I want to see where this game ends up. That's what I want.
True.
They were so slow at the start just to be so bloody now. It's just not right.
That's because they're scaling. They're scaling. What do you expect from these
Almost
teams?
everybody
early?
has 300 CS.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so much damage coming out from Jubert is so low and had to use Black Shield to save his own life. Subro is going to chase through. They're really trying to punish DCC for that misplay. You cannot misposition against Pikachu Tiger at this point in the game. One Q or just any combination and your HP bar is gone. Absolutely gone.
Also,
Yeah, there's just a lot more ranged pressure coming out on the side of PAW, obviously with the Xayah and the Syndra as opposed to the Bane and the
Oh, don't
Sylas.
face check. Oh no! Avenger has to pop the Zanyas to save his
It's a
own
4v5.
life.
This
Subro
is
going
peak.
in there, ulting, using his flash to try to gap those. Ooh, but Theo is in a 1v3 situation here. He's going to fall as well. Double kill going over to Pikachu Tiger, and that is a complete ace
End of
for
the game.
Paw.
I feel sick after that.
Oh my god, you guys look
That
at
W.
this.
Yo, Meepa finished eating! We get a replay!
Dude, that easily did like 1800 true damage. That was insane. Was it?
25, 38
You're
damage.
lying!
It's not even mathematically correct set. It still does omega damage.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I can see the numbers.
I have been one-shot. I think Smoke did it to me. He one-shot me with a set W when he flashed. I was 100 HP Jinx. He flashed W'd. I completely got one-shot.
We're gonna say
played.
well played by Thrasher right there to start that fight.
Yep.
Mhm.
Recognizing it was only 4 people too, Drupert had to back. Unfortunately, wasn't there for the beginning of that fight.
Also, I have a request for anyone that's playing in these games. Actually, this is a demand. Do not join the chat until the game is completely over. Thank you. That's the end of my TED Talk.
The mod
Also-
has spoken.
Manifest some more kills early game. Oh my
Yeah, yeah. Can we get a little bloodier in this next game too? Where y'all just sitting there? Yeah, I know Pika's a little stupid sometimes, but you know.
there on the double. Whenever there's a problem, round Adventure Bay, Ryder and his team of pups will come and save the day. Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Sky, yeah, they're on the way. Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble.
Oh no.
What's going on?
Ding, ding.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back to SAT Word Prep with CEO, King, and Exodus. We're here for Game 3 of the finals of the Voyager Royale.
Why did you just refer to yourself in third person?
So I'm prepping for the SAT.
You're so weird, dude.
I'm just working on. I'm just working
First
on
you're
things.
behooving people, and now you're over here. Oh my god.
I'm just working on my gregarious, approach to life. What can I say?
We're not friends after this. It's done, you and me.
Speaking of done, looks like locking in regions for this game. We've got DCC picking up Zon and the Paw Patrol picking up Freljord.
Oh. Sorry, I'm so excited. This is my favorite regional matchup. Freljord versus Zon is my favorite region matchup. I'm so excited to see this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Zon, to me at least, it felt like our best region when we were playing, and Freljord was like a close second or third. So love the way both of these teams, both of these regions kind of operate and what they're both trying to do.
King is speechless.
No, yeah, I was just Theo's on DCC, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm not tripping. Okay. I didn't take him for much of a Twitch player, but I don't know what the 80
what?
carry pool is on.
No. It's I think Binks and Twitch, if I can remember correctly, but Theo is actually very proficient with the Twitch. He's
Is
played
he?
it multiple times. I'm pretty sure he's played Twitch almost exclusively when playing Zon. He may have played a Jinx once at some point, but he is known as the Twitch. Like anytime you see Theo on Twitch, he is twitching people.
I thought, okay, so that must have been from like previous games in TVR, right? Because I must have missed that game.
I'm
But-
used to Fula being the Twitch guy. Being honest.
I was gonna say Fula and Ace.
I mean,
because
like
Ace
in
plays
this
a lot of
tournament
Twitch, too.
specifically.
Yeah, okay, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
I must have missed those games. I'm very confident, and I believe everybody that Theo's Twitch is cracked.
It is.
It was just I was just making a statement. So
Do you
all the
hate Theo
fanboys,
or
sit
something?
back
What's going
down.
on? Do you just not like Theo?
That-
What's going on?
I didn't say I didn't like Theo.
Okay, I'm just reading between the lines. So
Yeah, you need to stop. What did I say? When you assume, what does it do? What does it do, Wolf?
it
What does it do?
makes factual guesses at your
You're-
underlying values and principles.
It makes an OSRS out of you.
Basil's name.
Yeah, get it. An ass.
Sorry, Meepy said something. But you guys can.
Hold on, stop skipping over the draft, dude. This is
Yeah. So anyway, to pull us back into draft, which is my job is back into the game. We do have fantastic drafts from both sides. The Twitch Renata bot lane, very very good. We got jungle, I assume, because Juka we know has been playing Zac top a lot. And then let's see. Oh my goodness. Spacing on the mid laner for DCC Revenger. Thank you so much, Brain. I appreciate you. And on the side of PAW, we have, I assume, Brand. Yes, Brand support. Delta on the Ashe. Trundle jungle with Anivia mid and Olaf top into that matchup. Very
Olaf's
excited to
supremacy.
see.
Yeah, the big surprise to me here is Ziggs a little bit. Actually, I'm used to seeing the Victor or the Echo be picked on the Zon comps, but I think Ziggs here is a really good pivot, especially facing the Anivia and the Brand and a lot of ranged AP damage. Having someone that can respond to that, I think, is a good idea.
being able to lay down bombs and the satchel on the trundle will stop him from getting in very easily.
Yep.
Which be good. But Olaf doesn't care about those things. Olaf kind of just do Olaf. So
Yeah, he does.
But his ult did recently get changed, so if Olaf is not hitting, I think a unit or any champion mid after 2 seconds, then it just cuts out, right?
I
But
think
it
Yeah,
like
it's
refreshes if you're
second and
hitting
a half.
someone.
Yeah.
That's
So it
Yeah.
that's true.
refreshes if he uses his E or an auto attack.
That's totally true for those unfamiliar with top lane meta, though. I mean, Olaf's just been tearing it up the last, I'd say, like 3 months plus. Currently rocking like a 53.5% win rate. Just a really terrifying matchup to play against for most champions. And I think it's going to be Zach here potentially into that matchup. Zach does have some answers as far as getting away, but he does not want to take any fights or any extended trades with Olaf because Olaf will win every single time.
I honestly think Olaf just runs through DCC. That is my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't see anyone that can actually deal with Olaf. There's not one person. I think maybe Renata W might change things. It might buy Twitch enough time or whoever he's trying to run down. So he doesn't get like a death stance reset.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll just have to keep an eye on what Renata does, who she W's when Olaf runs in.
Why did you do this to me, Meepy?
Huh?
What? Look at Meepy's overlay, dude.
I was looking at the thing. Hold on. I'll go look.
Okay.
I was looking at the draft. I was thinking. Oh. Okay.
I really like your glasses.
Thanks.
It kind of looks like
They look
you.
really good on you. Yeah, looks really good on you.
Pick them up at Costco. They've got a great optical department.
Do you see how when he talks, his picture jumps?
Yeah.
It looks even stupider.
Well, you
You know what?
Stupid?
You're bald, King. Shut up.
Well, it's because your face. Hey, I choose to be bald. Okay. Also, it jumps right, and then your glasses stay in place, so you look even dumber, which is befitting.
Listen, I think you're.
I'm really glad that you rejuvenated that word, King.
I just think that King's entire approach tonight has been dubious at best.
I agree.
What's wrong with you? You're trying really hard. You're trying really hard.
That's a little recumbent of you.
You're also trying really hard. You're both triers, and it shows. It's weird. Nobody likes it when people try too hard. Okay.
Hey, I get the
They
glasses.
should,
Look
no,
how
they
good
should
look
come
on me.
naturally.
I look so smart. I look sleepy. I look like a very accurate student. Very exhausted.
So besides the Olaf, what are some other things you guys notice as far as these two comps are concerned?
I think Warwick's going to struggle because not only does he struggle into Olaf, he's going to struggle into Trundle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody beats Trundle with Trundle R. Also on the side of PAW, they have very good catch with the Ash arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're definitely not lacking for damage either. It feels like pretty much everybody on that team can dish out a ton of damage, so it's not enough to just focus on one target. And I feel like Zaan's strength as a region, not necessarily this comp, but just as a region, they're really good at picking players. Obviously Warwick ult and being able to layer on CC on top of that, but it really doesn't super matter about getting one kill in these team fights because it really does feel like anybody on PAW, if they get ahead, can take over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be
I will
clear,
say,
I'm not saying like I favor PAW in all these games. They're just drafting really well, and the
I agree.
regions they're picking are like really, really good regions.
I think both teams are matched up player-wise actually extremely well, but so far I would agree that the comps that are being put forth, I would agree that PAW seems to be favored here. The only catch there is I do think that Anivia early game can be exploited by the Warwick, and especially if there's a roam from Zach or something. So with the Ziggs bomb or Satchel, you could see some fireworks there.
I
Very
do want
true.
to point out that both teams do have very good objective control. Between the Renata ulti AoE at length with the ulti, Ziggs poke, and Zack engage is all really, really good objectives. But in contrast, you have the Ash volley, the Brand ultimate AoE, and then Anivia ulti zoning out, along with like a pillar and that slow on the ground that Trundle creates. So both teams are going to have very, what's the word, like optimal, you could say, optimal use of that objective control in those tight spaces. So I'm excited to see how both teams are going to navigate mutual objectives, because you know how determining those objectives can be.
I think the only person I'm really scared for in this game is Artemis on the Warwick. I feel like these fights are going to be really hard for him to navigate, especially if he's not ahead. Obviously, the Zack's going to pull a little bit of the pressure, but it's going to be really hard to walk through Ash, Volley, Anivia R, Trundle, Pillar, Olaf Qs, and even some brand stuns to layer on top of that. I just feel like he's going to have a hard time doing what he wants to do in team fights.
Ideally, though, I think these fights should be going where DCC waits for them to come in.
Yeah.
Because I think Renata's ult is actually going to make a big difference if, like, let's say PAW engages on DCC, Renata ult goes down. The only person that should be getting past is Olaf, and that buys a little time for your team to turn and focus the Olaf.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, he's Giga fed, which I hope doesn't happen. But
I think that's a great point. Freljord as a region is so good at disengage. Just don't even fight them in that arena, right? Just force them to come to you and try and bait out as much ability-wise and resource-wise as you can before the fight actually begins. And that way, when Olaf presses the R button, hopefully there's not a ton of backup to support him, and maybe potentially you can burst him out depending on how fed he is.
Mm. And ideally, like, no one should know where the Twitch is until all hell breaks loose, right? So unless the Hawkshot spots Twitch or something and they have an idea of where Twitch is hanging back until that fight starts anyway.
Yeah,
So
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it could go either way depending on how they play it. But I mean, we have to see how lane phase goes, obviously.
Theo, which bot lane would you rather be a part of, just based on the champions?
I don't want to go against Twitch. I don't want to go against Theo on Twitch. I have experienced that enough times that it is painful. I have PTSD. So, I mean, not to be biased or anything, but
yeah, no, you haven't been biased.
I'm never biased, but you know,
Yeah.
my boy Theo, my boy Jubert, the dynamic duo on DCC with
Your
the
boys.
Clutch Renata, my boys. You know, my boys.
That's interesting. I would have guessed that. I mean, I don't play a lot of bot lane, but trying to navigate the minefield that is the Brand W and the Volley together from the Ash, I feel like that's potentially difficult to lane
Oh
into.
no, I agree. Like early game in phase, the Ash volley hits the Brand W will connect. You know, as long as they're in sync, they have that good synergy. It's just that as long as Theo doesn't just row lane phase, doesn't get hit by every single ability, and he's able to get some farm, get some items, I feel like the Twitch Renata will have more impact in the bot lane in the 2v2 rather than the Ash Brand, as long as they don't just, you know, shit the bed early.
I don't think they know that
Pips
Pixel's
level 1.
warded. Do they know that Pixel's warded? Doesn't
They
matter.
know- They know now.
That's why you never invade that way. If you want to invade or go down through bot lane, just going through that little chunk of pixel, there's so much exposed vision that it's like you're not being very.
Oh, Theo
And,
goes in there and he's got some cheeky ward, bro.
King, on the jungle side, I think you mentioned basically Trundle beats every 1v1. Is there any
Not
play-
every 1v1, but in this situation, I don't think Trundle loses at all.
So there's nothing really Warwick can do as far as the
Early
1v1
game,
concerned.
I think early game it can be very close. Even then, Trundle has lethal tempo.
Yeah,
I think
true.
lethal tempo on Thrasher's, on Trundle is a little scarier than Warwick.
And that beats the lifesteal that you get when you're low on Warwick.
It's just Trundle hits like a truck and he steals stats, so you're not really doing as much as him.
Yeah, fair.
But I mean, depending on how Warwick uses his abilities, what does he save his E for? You know what I mean? It all depends.
Early
Who
damage
gets
on the
the
A.
first auto?
Pyro was protecting that bush, but it didn't mean that no backup for the early trades.
Bless you.
You guys didn't hear about me P coughed.
Oh, I thought that was King.
No. No. When I cough, you know it's me. It sounds like a smoker's cough. Some phlegm in there too. Yeah.
Do you mean a meditator?
A little juicy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
We've established that it's not just smoking; it's also meditation.
It's
Mhm.
meditation. So I don't think there's a world where Olaf dies too. Oh, he's getting
Oh.
really low. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought would happen.
Yeah, it should be.
There's just not enough damage. From the
Wait, he
side of the-
can't kill the blobs fast
I
enough,
don't
right?
know why he
Yeah,
didn't.
he
go
can.
his
Oh my gosh, he did it.
But now he uses W, so he's probably dead here.
No, he's fine.
Oh, he flashed. Oh no, the
Nice.
face next. Subro fighting for his life. He's
Ooh,
Well done.
Oh no, he does.
Well done.
thought he was out.
Artemis, I'm assuming Artemis saw that he used his W on the blobs and was like, this is my time to shine.
Yeah, I was surprised Supro didn't pick up his axe there to knock down a few of the blobs together. So
I don't know.
the W, but again, I think it works out in Supro's favor though. Obviously being up a kill, and Juga didn't even get the assist on the return kill by Artemis.
Before 5 minutes, we have 2 kills and,
Oh my
and
God.
flashes burned before 5 minutes. We have 2
Yep.
flashes burned. 3
Gold
flashes burned.
Thunder's getting aggro with it. And
Oh,
he's
a
back!
4th flash! A
Oh,
4th
nice.
flash has been used. Oh, they heard you.
Great
We
wall.
manifested all
Oh
of
my
the stuff.
god, dude, that was illegal! That's just not cool, dude!
How many countries was that illegal in this then?
At least 6. Because that was ridiculous, bro. He walled them off. It's definitely illegal here in America, dude. Oh my god.
Oh,
Looking for the
trying
return
to go
kill.
balls out, not able to. Fear is going to land, but Anivia has passive available. Between the two of them, pretty sure is going to fall. Pyro tried to help out the bird, but the bird is the word, and the word is dead.
So far, Artemis playing the role of Avenger on his team, returning kills, following the deaths of his teammates. So far, keeping them in this game pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a little bit of CS lead in the bot lane, but I feel like this is to be expected with the Renata Twitch having a little less range.
This is what I was concerned about when I saw the Ash brand. I was like, man, it's just really hard for Renata to help, and Twitch isn't exactly a long-range AD carry for farming purposes, so...
But the nice thing is that neither of these champions care about lane. They
That's
want
fair.
the team fights, the mid to late game. They're scaling.
See, Artemis is looking in the bot lane.
He's sniffing. He
Sniffer.
smells them.
You know?
Yeah.
The last time Artemis played Warwick, anytime he used his little passive, I did hear you do
The
like
barking.
right now. Yeah, the barking. Pyro does have to flash away, is unable to land the stun. The W didn't connect before the
Ooh.
Q landed.
That's interesting. Ignite.
I mean, it
trying
kind
to
of
do as much
guarantees
damage as
that
possible.
Artemis stops. You know?
Oh my god, again! Revenger is getting walled off from
Getting
his
bullied.
escape.
This is so funny, dude.
Really good satchel usage though. The Fear is able to peel out momentarily, but they are on the pursuit. The CC is going to land. Ziggs ult coming out. Is he able to get a return kill onto Thrasher? He's very low. Oh, he's out! He's out! Pikachu has
Let
no
it go,
flash
Pika!
available. Wait,
You know what
he
you're
turned back
doing!
into it. He turned back into it.
That's
Just
crazy.
keep running forward, lad.
Be
still
my beating heart.
Dude, it's actually kind of crazy that the wall blocks off the whole lane. It's so crazy, dude.
No, it's the
The-
killer too. And
I
Nivea's
know, that's
blocking
what
off
I
the
mean.
Christian.
wall. Yeah.
This is so ridiculous that they're doing that. It blocks the whole thing off, man.
Yeah, at least he's using his satchel really well to get over that wall. He was blocked off and just satcheled. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess he's got to be really careful about knowing where Thrasher is and if he has any kind of escape tool, because if Thrasher does it right, he can interrupt the satchel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like he cares about that though. I think he just wants to make the wall as big as possible. It's just insane.
I gotta say though, for the pressure that Revenger is getting, he's doing a great job so far.
Artemis going in, does get stunned up by Pyro. The cleanse is burned by Ace. He's trying to get some return damage out, but he's unable to. And Pyro will fall.
Here, you got a sniffer out. He started sniffing.
He
Took a little
smelled-
bite.
He smelled Pyro.
He did. He was like, I want some of that. Pyro tastes good.
He's like, something burning? Oh, handshake barely misses.
Is that the name of the ability?
Handshake? I think so. Handshake and then bailout, and then what's the ulti? Don't tell me I know it. Oh gosh, I know it. Thank you. It would have come to me eventually. I can only have
could've just
two
taken
thoughts in
credit
my
for
brain
it.
at once.
By the way, guys, he said hostile takeover. You guys didn't hear it because he's not.
Oh yeah, hostile
But you
takeover,
should have
yes,
just
yes.
taken. Next time, just take credit. Honestly.
Oh hey, I remembered what Renata's ulti is called. It's hostile takeover. Really glad
Oh,
that I was
nice,
kind of
nice.
simmer on that thought. See, I only have space in my brain for two thoughts. One is behooved, and the other is manifesting, and I
got
couldn't
two
decide which
genres.
one to take
They're
out.
about to clash. They're about to collide. No, they don't collide.
Where does determining fit in with those two thoughts? Because I feel like
That's King's responsibility. He's the one that has to bring it up. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not listening to the dumb shit being said between Meepy and Wob over here. I'm more focused on what Artemis did. He just gave up the rift, which is totally awesome and cool, and he went for the drag straight away, which is also totally awesome and cool.
Totally.
Is that really totally awesome and cool?
It is, dude, because he's 1-1-3. He don't give a fuck right now, dude.
Totally, yeah. How's it feel being a 13-year-old girl, by the way? I just want to make sure.
Why would you say that? That's so
Oh.
weird. That's such a weird thing to say right now.
Totally awesome and cool, you know?
Why would you say
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
I just feel like we were at a level where we're using big SAT words and you brought us down.
You just called me a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I did.
It's not even about it being mean. It's just weird, Meepy.
well, they're about to make Ajuka feel very young and small as a very tiny little blob as he's trying to get out. But he does have passive available. Upro and Thrasher.
Please save him!
They're hacking and chopping, and he will fall. Artemis is here, maybe just to catch the wave.
Oh, you didn't bark loud enough. But he scared him off. He came in hot.
Ooh, handshake barely missing again. Theo has a huge, like both ADCs have a double level advantage on their support, but I feel like the Ashe has much more playmaking capabilities, whereas the Renata has the playmaking capabilities inside of DCC. So both supports need to be 6 before anything.
Oh, Ajuka getting spicy. He hasn't learned his lesson. Oh no, he's
He
got
doesn't have to
Artemis.
learn his lesson. Artemis is there. He flash ults, but is slowed by the axe, not able to quite connect. Sopro is going to fall no matter what.
A great lane gank by Artemis there.
Yeah.
Even though it missed the ult, was still in range to get the fear off. And
It's not about landing the ult all the time, dude.
No, I know. I said it was good.
All right,
Just
man.
because you miss all of your ults doesn't.
I don't.
bad.
I don't. Not all of them.
I feel like I've never been ulted by you.
I ulted you yesterday. What are you talking about?
Whoa, wait, whoa. We don't talk about
Yeah.
the behind the scenes things. I'm talking about like
Oh,
in
what?
game, like
What?
in game, like
was
League of
in-game.
Legends,
That wasn't good.
like in League of
I
Legends.
Lee Sin kicked you.
Why are you ulting Seal out of the game?
I didn't mean that. That's not what I said. You guys are twisting my words.
Wait, there was a Lee Sin in the game. When was this?
Whatever.
Oh,
Leo.
in houses.
It was
Yeah,
last
yeah,
night.
Yeah, last night. Anyway,
Whatever, dude. That was last night, right?
Yeah.
It was. It was.
well, with the lead that PAW has been able to get in the top lane, both Supro and Thrasher have first items complete. They do have Rift available. No completed items yet on the side of DCC, but we see that the Bramble Vest has been built by Zac.
Got the wall.
Trying to cut out some of that healing from Olaf. Revenger having to flash out again. Man, they are relentless in this mid lane.
I was just about to say.
Oh,
Subjugated,
Thrasher's
you got
flashing
subjugated.
in.
He's fucked. He got
Oh.
subjugated.
Jeez.
The
Dang.
power of subjugate. Such a good ability.
I'm just about to say I was gonna give props again to Revenger. He's been the victim of just relentless pursuit by Pika and Thrasher trying to get kills, and he's managed to hold his own. But that kill over to Thrasher puts him at 3-1-2 on the Trundle, and he's looking to get more here on the bot lane.
They are dropping Rift. Delta has already used the ultimate, so he's unable to follow up with his team. He's trying to push the wave in, but Thrasher does not need help. Drupert is going to fall. And the Triumph, was that Triumph? A Triumph
Yes.
kill?
Thrasher's alive.
Oh,
Triumph
Artemis
combined with,
trying to get a return kill, but he's unable. Oh, Pyro! Oh, he's gonna take a tower. Really good rotation by Pikachu Tiger here.
So, CO Trundle also has Triumph built into his kit.
Wait, he does?
Yeah, it's passive. He heals off of based on
Thing.
max HP of targets that die near him. Yeah.
You ever seen
know
Trundle
that.
like heal a shit ton from Dragon dying?
Everybody heals a shit ton from everything dying. Except
But from Dragon dying.
No, I actually never noticed that.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Also, his W amplifies healing, all healing from all sources by like what, 20?
What's his W?
The field that he puts down on the
The
ground.
field.
Oh, okay, okay. I know he has like a chomp, he has a smash, and he has a pillar.
Yeah, he chomp, he bite, and he
Mhm.
run.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. And then he bites.
Yeah, both
No, that's
these.
Warwick.
They both run down people and bite.
Yeah, they both, you know.
Yeah, I feel like Trundle is more like a low, not like growl, but like a gurgly sound. Yeah, like grunting, like he's just running it down, insulting your
ghoul.
mom or something.
He's a
Grunted
ghoul.
it down.
Yeah. They do have like a really good run 'em down team between like the Trundle and the pull off with Ghost. Oh, hey, look, Paw's getting the second dragon. So it looks like dragon stacking will not be a game, unlike the previous games, but as we saw in game 1 and 2, dragons have been pretty equal, gold pretty equal. This game we do see Paw has like a 4k-ish gold lead.
Yeah, the early dragon on the side of DCC is great for them, keeps them in this game, but it is concerning that for the third time in a row, we're seeing some gradual, over time, golding, disparities on the side of PAW. It seems like they're coming to these games with a clear game plan. So the more things go according to plan, quote unquote, the better PAW will be. So I think DCC needs to start making some more aggressive moves, trying to get more pressure on the map, trying to get more kills, get back into this game, because right now they're looking at about almost 5k gold down.
Yeah, it looks like Paw's really good at securing small gold leads here and there.
Yeah, but I think that you manifested that quickly, X. They are grouping up, trying to push advantages. Artemis going to land ultimate onto Pyro, but he is going to fall in return. Hostile takeover? I don't believe
This stuff, bro, it's all on
many.
time, baby! It's all on time! Woo! Woo!
Oh, he's not
switched
able to pick up
targets.
the kill. And then
He
Delta in the
switched
back
targets.
line, doing Delta thing, chasing him down. And then Pikachu Tiger in the bot lane just kind of getting free push.
Oh my god, did you see that,
This is,
too?
this is the worst of all worlds because they win that fight 4v5.
Yeah.
Right? You get the clean ace, you get push bot, you get the herald. You're probably gonna get some more towers of this. This is not what DCC wanted to see coming out of that fight.
And I don't think that Pyro is the best target because, as any brand player will tell you, they want to be treated. They want to be able to just spam buttons, throw down ulti, and they'll die for it. So I don't think that Artemis going in onto the brand might have been the best decision there. I feel like Delta might be a much better target, but Renata W does two really good flash coming out. Even my butt clenched from that one. Very good reaction there. Oh my goodness.
That was
He's
so
not
high.
What?
The squeal was so high.
Oh, my apologies.
That's okay.
If your dogs are now barking,
I think it was a little bit too an aggressive play by Theo, right there.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
it
but
was a good
desperate
try.
times,
If
you
he
know.
if he did get the kill, it would have been really worth it.
yeah, I guess just ping pong some waves out, try to catch up and farm. They're just down quite a bit here. Excuse me,
just-
first completed item is a Ludens on Zig and the Sunfire, is that still called Sunfire Cape? On the
On Zac,
Zac.
yeah.
So they are so anemic for damage on the side of DCC.
What? Why did you change my picture of me?
Oh,
That's so stupid.
oh, good flash wall coming out. Pikachu Tiger is basically just saying you cannot farm anything here. They are completely suffocating DCC out of this game. On the flip side, though, Pyro is going to get cut out as well. So, looks like it's just 4v4 on the map.
I thought we were gonna have like, you know, bloody early games. But it looks like the more important games are the most bloody ones.
I just,
Mhm.
I guess, how do you come back in this game as DCC? Because the small advantages have now turned into massive advantages. I mean, they're down almost 9k gold.
Twitch is way too behind to be the win con at this moment. He does need kills, but there's just not enough damage, honestly, on the side of DCC to secure
the-
kills that
The
easily.
unfortunate part is if you're relying on the Twitch for the hyper carry, him being down 40 CS in addition to the team's disparity on the gold, it's just, man, it's just gonna take a long time for him to
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to this game where he can actually carry and not be such a so threatened by like the Olaf running him down, right? So
He has yet to complete an item besides boots.
yeah,
He's rushing Bork, so he will eventually get
Yeah,
to
but
there.
then, yeah, it's gonna take time though, especially because he just bought the longsword.
Mhm.
the Juka gonna smartly run away from this tower, which is doomed to fall.
But Thrasher is staying on the top side of the map. He's kind of making his way down through mid, maybe for a flank play onto Theo, but Revenger is just getting Anivia'd. Holy cow, that is so much damage.
I hate getting
But we
into
do have Dragon in like 15 seconds, so
I'm not sure you want to fight this on the side of DCC. Like, I know you don't want to give up dragons, but at the same time, if you lose this next fight, it's like, it's damning. What are you laughing about right now, Michi?
Me,
Like,
me
the
keeps
pictures are
changing.
changing.
He keeps changing my picture on the overlay.
God.
Oh,
so
that would have
close.
been such a good steal. Oh, Revenger. Oh, Ash. Yeah, I called that one. I can sense it in my soul. You step up, you will get Ash ulted. Condolences, my friend.
And you know, just because he's going to say something, you know he will, just based on who he is. Ace being here in the finals, looking like a commanding lead so far in this series. Have to give props to him. I think this is the third team in a row that he's been in the
Mhm.
finals with. So obviously, no matter what team he's on, he's just been such a consistent force to be reckoned with in the bot lane. And you know, 3-0 and 7 on the Ash. He's putting forward in this game as well. And looks like a quick Baron on the side of PAW, really hard to go in on the DCC side so far.
Yeah,
they
look
can't
at all
walk
of
out.
that terrain. They just can't walk in. That objective control we've gotten. Seeing it full force right here.
It was a good try by Jubert to get the Renata ulti blind on the dragon, or sorry, the Baron. See if they could get it.
Me, do you have a Google image just like searched and looked up for Rob Gronkowski and you're just
No, these are from his personal
picture?
collection.
Oh, this is for personal collection? Got
Mhm. Because you have him as your profile picture, he has a personal collection of just the same guy. And so that way when he's reminiscing together, he just scrolls pictures and just thinks of you.
it. I just
Yeah, he has the whole file called things Exodus related.
it's a big file, obviously.
Yeah, he has like a random picture of Warwick in there. But
Whoa. Juka gonna go down here on the sideline.
is this the moment? Is this a Twitch incident? No,
Looks like might
can't
be.
really run in kind of first. Oh wow, they actually got a flash out of Pyro. I feel like he could have maybe held it a little bit longer. Really
Nice
good
arrow,
cleanse
nice
coming out.
cleanse.
Lucio, good flash, but you have no other utility available to catch out Thrasher, who's just annihilating the backline. Flash to gap goes onto Hubert, now hitting Revenger. The bailout does come through, but not enough here. There's no return.
Big shout out to
Looks like
Supro as
Inhib.
well. Just a menace on this Olaf. King called it ahead of the game, but really no one to deal with them.
This is that's Thrasher right now.
Yeah.
Crash
Ooh,
was the
TP
one.
coming in. They're looking to end.
Oh yeah, this is
I
game
think
over.
they might be able to with Baron and down targets. It looks like Paw Patrol,
Oh, really
DCC,
good ulti trying to peel
finals.
out.
Combo hits
Just
like
the
a
Nexus
truck.
standing between Paw and their 3-0 victory over DCC. They're gonna take it.
Yo, get a little hype.
GG, congratulations to
Pyro's
Paw.
aggressive wolves.
Let's
Voyager Royale tournament victors. Woo! I
Nice.
know it's late.
They
it's
were on
late.
the case and they took it all the way to the finals. I think they were in the wild card round, they were in the semis, they were in the finals, and every time just dominant performances across the board. So really congratulations to them on a well played series.
Those some really, really good games.
Yeah.
The first two were kind of slow for the first 10 minutes and then just popped off. But this one was really bloody. It was a pleasure to
Oh
watch.
god, the Paw Patrols.
Paw
could-
Patrol is your TVR champions. They're gonna rock that Voyager tag until the next Voyager Royale. So congratulations to them on showing expertise not only on their main champions, but across a suite of regions. They're just able to execute really impressive team comps. You heard it here. We favored them pretty much in every matchup just based on what they brought to the table, and just a really good job in preparation and execution. And couldn't say more about each individual player. They just all performed so well.
100%. I agree with that.
Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Sky, yeah, they're on the way. Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol, will be there on the double. No job's too big, no pups too small. Paw Patrol, we're on a roll. So here we go. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol will be there on the double. Whenever there's a problem, round Adventure Bay, Ryder and his team of pups will come and save the day. Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Sky, yeah, they're on the way. Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol will be there on the double. No job's too big, no pups too small. Paw Patrol, we're on a roll. So here we go. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol will be there on the double. Whenever there's a problem, round Adventure Bay, Ryder and his team of pups will come and save the day. Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, Sky, yeah, they're on the way. Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol will be there on the double. No job's too big, no pups too small. Paw Patrol, we're on a roll. So here we go. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol, ooh-ah-oh. Paw Patrol.
CO, do you want to start us off?
All right, everybody, welcome back. We do have our post-finals interview here with the Pyro's Aggressive Wolves, aka Paw Patrol. So we will have some interviews going on right now.
Well, congratulations, guys, on a well-fought series. 3-0 is obviously a super incredible and just well-worthy feat for you guys. Obviously, DCC were the #1 seed coming into this match, so you might have had a few doubters, but you proved them all wrong. Off the bat, you guys seem to have just such a firm grasp on the comps you guys wanted to run and on the regions you guys wanted to bring. I guess, were there any surprises that stuck out to you just through the drafting banning phase, or did you guys feel like you knew exactly what you wanted to do every single game?
Woof.
Well,
I guess I'll answer that. So the first game we went through and they gave I won coin flip, so we took counter pick region, which honestly we thought was stronger the entire series. In all of our playoff games, somebody ended up taking the taking the first pick for region. We always thought that was kind of crazy because counter pick for region just feels a lot stronger until maybe you get way late into a series.
Mm-hmm.
But that first time they threw up the I can't even remember. It was game 2 is just on my mind. That was such a crazy game. But yeah, they threw in the Demacia, so we went through what we had for counters and just decided, okay, let's go with what we've been looking at all season long, and that game came together really well. I think our comp made it really hard for them to do what they wanted to do, and so that one was good. But game 2 was total toss-up. We picked Ionia, which strong region for everybody, obviously, and we did not expect for them to pick Demacia actually at all. We were thinking they'd pick maybe Freljord or something like that, and
The first Thrasher, we counterpicked. They counterpicked Demacia into Ionia the second game.
That's right.
Yeah, speaking of that second game, it's funny on the casting side of things. We saw them start picking their champions, and it was almost a mirror of what you guys had picked when you guys were playing Demacia. Obviously, the exception being that last pick on the Silas versus the Gallia that you guys had. I guess as that was unfolding, like, were you expecting them to pick a similarly themed Demacia comp, or how did that process happen for you guys? And then on game 2 in general, what made that such a slugfest? I think that game went on almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Well, like I said, we didn't expect them to pick Demacia at all. That was a complete surprise. And then when they did, we just knew what we wanted to play, and so we went with that angle. And our biggest concern was probably the Poppy coming in and blocking a lot of the dashes. Really made Rakan's life very hard. But during the game, I know I threw a few times. I went over a wall, found Jarvan, and they blast planted me into their turret and
That was awesome.
for a dragon. I was like, ah, shoot. So I totally threw there, and then I got caught blind. They went blind into that bush with the EQ on Jarvan, and then hit me with all their CC and killed me before the Baron too that time. And so we were just, that one caught us completely off guard. So I threw twice, and then it was just a slugfest. But Pika really came in big for us. Once he scaled, he was like, I got death cap. As soon as I get death cap, we just win this game. And so we gave him all of our camps and all the farm, and he's like, okay, I got death cap. And then, I mean, everybody saw it. He went in, basically one-shot Morgana out of that last fight. And
that was not Morgana. Yeah, I did. He almost one-shot the Morgana, then the Morgana went back, then the Morgana came back and set one shot and sent him to gray screen. That was kind of felt a little bad for Drew there.
And that freaking last team fight, the set W, tapping people.
That was awesome. Yeah, we
2,
went back
3,
and
8, 5,
rewatched
by
that.
the way.
Yeah, so
2,
good.
3, 8, 5.
Just nuts. So everybody.
No.
Are we still online, Meepy? Okay. King CO, do you guys have any questions? I'll keep going if you don't.
The only question I have, which I hope is not one Exodus is going to ask, but specifically for Delta, how does it feel to have won back-to-back Odyssey tournaments?
Well, I didn't win ADAM, so it's technically not that, and I don't really count the off-season tournaments to be fair.
I am going to get so upset with you.
I won a day.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I think the point is you've had such success, I think unparalleled success in getting to the finals, no matter what team you're on, right? So, obviously everybody on your team deserves credit for getting you here, but I guess expressed some resiliency and some tenacious behavior in getting to the finals. You know, what is it that you think you're bringing to teams that has getting your teams there so consistently?
That's a good question, actually. I think part of it's personality. Like, most of my teammates in the past, like, they just generally think I'm just a good person to play with. Like, I just bring good vibes overall. But I think the other part of it is, like, culture as well. I tried to do something a bit different this time where, like, in terms of culture, I wanted to establish something that embodied, like, hard work, in a way. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense completely.
Yeah, but I wanted to do something a bit different this time that, like, where I would, like, embody, God, I'm losing my train of thought, sorry.
You wanted to spearhead a role model position of effort and dedication for your teammates to sort of help everybody on the team come together with that same kind of effort, because you guys practiced a lot. You guys did scrims, you guys got together as a team and did a lot of practice. I know you and Pyro went into like solo queue games together, working on fundamentals, synergies, communication. Like your team was out there like grinding to be the best.
Yeah, and that's sort of just what I aim for anyways. Like, my biggest fear just in life is just failure. I hate disappointing people.
Yeah, but you do it to me all the time.
I was gonna say, we're always disappointed in you, but that's okay. Because you win. Just kidding.
Pikachu, that third game, you and Thrasher seem to be kind of mind melded on those ganks on Revenger with the double walls and just making his life a complete hell. Have you guys practiced the Anivia Trundle combo a lot?
A different game for the during the tournament, and we had a great synergy together with the walls. I kind of screwed up my walls in the previous games where I kind of locked our team out, or I kind of killed our teams because of my wall placements, but I think I did pretty good for this wall placements this time around. And yeah, since we knew that my wall and plus Q with his pillar, it will pretty much guarantee a kill. We just kept on ganking mid to get a lead ahead of us in the mid lane, so we could apply pressure throughout the whole game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it worked. Just a great success, and obviously the Anivia pick was just so great for you guys in controlling those objectives. Thrasher, for you, this is your second tournament with us. You guys made it to the finals last season on the regular season, and now you guys have 3-0'd your way to an off-season victory. For you, I guess, was there a difference in how you approached the finals this go around that made it more seamless for you, or how would you describe your experience, I guess, relative to last season here in the finals?
I just want to point out that I also won ADAM over
fair enough.
over
Yeah,
Delta.
Well, rub it in.
That is correct.
But yeah. So on FFS, obviously we had a great team. We were rolling everybody, and I think that also kind of made us feel like we were above other teams and that we could just go in and stomp people and not have to prepare as hard. And even though I did prepare a lot, I also kind of had a mindset where I was just like, okay, we're better than these guys. We could just go in and beat them. And I think in the finals, that finally came back to bite us as we kind of fell apart throughout the 5-game series. Our mental we just weren't battle tested. But this time around, we definitely got battle tested. We mostly got battle tested by scheduling, to be honest. But having those losses and coming together and finding a solution to pull everything together when it mattered is what we ended up coming to, and we were luckily able to get all 5 of our members in for all of our playoff games. And I mean, you guys could see the synergies that we had when we had all 5 of our members. Our team fights were crisp. Our call outs are just, you're not missing anybody because everybody had a role and was filling it. We just went in there and we knew what we were good at. We knew what we could do. We stuck to what we stuck to it. We didn't put ourselves above DCC. They performed great. They've been great all season. Obviously, first seed, making it to the finals, and we wanted to give them their respect and their dues. So we took it very seriously, and it allowed us to come in on top.
Great. Pyro, for you, somehow this journey on Paw Patrol kind of reminds me a little bit of Sand Sharks, where you've been a part of teams where necessarily hasn't clicked for you in the first half of the season, but then following a bye or following a short break or whatever, something just clicks on the teams you're in, and you just make such a great run towards the latter half of seasons. Did you feel that way with Paw Patrol, or I guess how would you describe the kind of shift from the regular season to the postseason success that you guys have had?
Like Thrasher said, a lot of that was our scheduling issues. It was very difficult at the beginning to get all of us online at the same time, not just for the scrims and games against other teams, but also just in general for practice. Whereas towards the end of the tournament, we were able to get everyone together, and got to give credit to Thrasher. He is a real big proponent on plans and taking information and configuring what he wants to do for different situations. We didn't, when we, especially during the playoffs, when we had these games, there was never really a surprise in the pick ban phase. Every team had been scouted, every person's history had been gone through, and it all came together at the end where we basically just knew what they wanted to do and were able to coordinate and plan the game for it. The Demacia game, while we did know that was probability and what they would pick if they went Demacia, we weren't expecting them to go Demacia as a team. We did know Theo was a fantastic Thane and that he has the bad or good habit, depending on which team you are, of 1v9ing on that champion. So that game was a little close, and I will definitely give DCC credit. We were sweating. We were tryharding very hard that game. They played fantastically. It was a great finals. And yeah, it was just the team just came together when they needed to. Sepro did what he needed to do in the top lane. Thrasher was everywhere and coordinating ganks, the jungler, Pikachu. We got him talking more towards the end of the season, which was nice. And then Ace and I just, we had some coordination in the bot lane, and we were able to do what we needed to do.
That's awesome. All right, I got one more question. I'll land it out to King and CO. Suppy, coming into this tournament, I swear, from all the top laners in Odyssey, I think you undoubtedly have like the largest pool. So I knew that you would be a force to be reckoned with here in the Voyager Royale, just because of the number of champions that everybody has to play. And today was no exception. Like you laned so immaculately into Ajuka, one of the strongest laners we have. Did you do any prep? Did you change anything about how you approached the matchup with Ajuka? Because it seemed like you just had a really firm grasp. Even in games, I think like game 2, you got a lot of pressure from mid and jungle, where you didn't necessarily come out of the lane ahead, but you just did such a good job mitigating losses and making sure that you were always a factor. So I guess the question is, did you approach preparation for these games any differently, or how would you describe your laning experience today?
Just stall the lane. That's all that came to mind. I don't really prep for any of this. I kind of just go and see how the laning phase go.
Yeah.
And knowing how every top laner plays, it's just the fact of, can I be aggressive against this and can I not?
And you felt like you were able to be more aggressive today than normal, or?
It was first game, it was more considerate of the fact of, hey, do I really need to be this much of a pressure right now, or am I gonna get pressured? Due to the fact that it's always a 2v1 in top lane, no matter what the situation is. The second game, so it was definitely for me. I could pressure more. I'm running set. I could just go and do whatever the hell I want. And in third game, I could just run it down. It's Olaf. It's just an Olaf incident. That's I honestly, I'm just gonna say I appreciate all the teammates that I get. No matter what team I'm on, I appreciate all their hard work and what they do. They definitely carry me on what I ins in top lane, that's for sure. That's about it, honestly.
Thanks, Uppy. All right, King, see you. Chime in.
I mean, I've got nothing really to ask. I think you guys really covered it. It was just all I really have to say. It was a pleasure watching those games, like seeing people who are masters in their roles, you know, at work. So, yeah, it's just an awesome series. Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, congratulations. So proud of you guys. All of your hard work was very notable, and I'm really glad that it paid off for you. And it was also an honor to sub for your games. It was a pleasure to be able to experience your synergy as a team firsthand, and then also as a caster watching these finals. Everything coming together was just really wonderful.
Yeah. Congrats on my end as well, and so proud of you guys for manifesting that 3-0 victory.
Wait.
Yeah, it was very befitting for all of you.
I hate you guys.
Wait. Hold on.
All right. Oh wait, one more thing. Before we cut out, wanted to let you know we are gearing up for the next regular season, so be on the lookout for forums to sign up for that. Regular season, for those of you who don't know, obviously a longer process, multi-month long, and much more standard as far as rules and restrictions are concerned. So we'll have some more information on that coming soon.
Have a great night, guys.